Hey, hi, how's it going? In a few hours, I'm about to catch a flight to go to super secret cool location that you will almost definitely know about if you tune into the Slopcast. No spoilers, of course. No spoilers, but if you tune into the Slopcast, you might know exactly where I'm going. But that being said, I'm not gonna be at the setup for multiple days, so not gonna be able to post anything. But we can't have that, okay? We work on a schedule around here. I'm not about to miss an entire week. So I thought might as well post a compilation of all of the cringiest channels that I've watched recently. In the past couple of months, I've done a lot of videos on some very cringe people. So today we're gonna look at all of them. So good luck. Hey, hi, how's it going? Rico Animations, a channel that I've talked about, honestly, probably like 4 times. And for good reason too, because Rico Animations is quite possibly some of the most interesting content on the platform. I wouldn't say good. Okay, it's not interesting in a good way. It's more interesting in a kind of horrible way. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. It's kind of shit. It's not very good at all. Honestly, it's like 98% fart jokes, which, you know, is funny if you're like 8. Which also makes sense, because I feel like that fully explains their 12.8 million subscribers. 8-year-olds. There's a lot of 8-year-olds. Okay, there's a lot of kids on this app. Believe it or not, like 90% of the users are children. So it makes sense. You know, it honestly makes a lot of sense. If there's anything that I could say Rico Animations does right, it's that they understand their target audience. Okay, they really understand the type of people that are on this app, and they capture their attention pretty easily. Now, the last time that I spoke about Rico Animations at this point was like probably about a year ago. So it's been a really long time. And the thing is that, you know, I don't just watch this type of content. Listen, not part of that target audience. Okay, I don't watch this in my free time. So the last time that I watched a single Rico Animations video, well, was the last time that I talked about them. So I'm like completely fresh on this. I haven't seen a single one. So I mean, who knows? Maybe they've like turned over a new leaf and their content is just good now. Maybe it's not all fart jokes or like clear shock humor. Maybe it's actually thought out animations. Who knows? That is why we're here. I'm here to put my master level journalism into a topic that truly matters. Has this animation channel, clearly meant for kids, gotten any better? We're about to find out. All right, first video.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so no. So no. Video over. There's the answer. Has Rico Animations gotten any better? No. No, absolutely fucking not. I mean, this is literally their most recent video. That's all I did. I clicked on the channel and clicked on the first fucking short. That's like that. That's it. I didn't do any digging. I didn't go through and purposefully find the worst shit I could find. No, I just clicked the newest one. So that honestly kind of scares me for what's coming up. Because again, I didn't choose this because it was his worst. I chose this because it was just what's available. So that leads me to believe this isn't the worst thing posted recently. And that was pretty fucking bad. That was bad. That was pretty fucking horrible. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're starting it off with a banger. It's an animation of a dude seemingly trying to kidnap a child, and it's not working because he can't grab the child. So he shows the child a lollipop, which draws him in, and then he pulls the kid out, and it shows that he was actually delivering a newborn baby, and he used the lollipop as bait to get the baby out of the mom. I mean, oh, and also he's you know, eating the lollipop. He pulled the baby out and then immediately licked the lollipop that was literally just inside this woman. So, you know, like there's that part of it too. But, you know, that's just dessert. You know, that's just an add-on to the already huge amounts of fuckery that we got going on here. You know, not what I was expecting for the first video. How the fuck did Rico Animations think of this? Because I'll give it to him. I mean, this is extremely creative. It's just, you know, watching things like this, you really got to think about the creator and more specifically, why the creator created this. Right? Like what the f was he thinking? Because I know whenever I get ideas for videos or whatever, it really is just like I get like a spark. Just, oh my God, that would work perfectly. And then I just make the video, right? But I gotta be thinking about certain things to have that spark. It's not just random. I don't just spawn in video ideas. I gotta be thinking about things, and then it eventually leads to video ideas. So what was he thinking about? You know, like I understand he's probably at the point where he's kind of trained his brain to think of these freaky ass videos, because this is sadly his job. So I can understand that he maybe has a different train of thought than 98% of people, but I still think that doesn't excuse whatever the f this is. I mean, bro, I don't understand like how you could possibly come up with some shit like this. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. The guy's 100% a freak. I will say points for creativity. Good shit, dude. Nice. There it is. Yep. Literally second video. Nice, man. You know, I thought that maybe I could get through an entire Rico Animations video without seeing somebody taking a shit. I don't know why I thought that. That was honestly naive of me. I've done this plenty of times. I've done this honestly too many times to have that thought. That was wishful thinking. So if you haven't ever seen Rico Animations before, this is essentially their typical video. You know, I would say probably 92% of their videos consist in some way of shit. They're all poop jokes. Literally every video is a poop joke. You know, some better than others. All very unfunny because, you know, it's a poop joke. But look, the thing is, we're talking about bottom of the barrel jokes, right? I mean, because fart jokes, poop jokes, shock humor like that, that's F tier jokes. That's the throw at the wall type jokes. Keep that as a baseline rating for every video we're gonna watch. They're all F tier, but you can get a little bit more specific, right? Once you get into the actual joke, right? Because again, poop jokes are F tier, but specific poop jokes can be, you know, S tier when it comes to poop jokes. You get what I'm saying? So they all fall under F tier of jokes, but some poop jokes are better than other poop jokes, right? You get what I mean. So again, they're all bad, but some are worse than others. This is possibly the worst one I've ever seen. Yeah, hey Rico, shit doesn't do this. Shit does not react the way that you are portraying in this video. That's actually going against like every rule of physics ever. So I mean, at least my shit doesn't do that. You know, I can't speak for anybody else's shit, considering that I don't watch people take shits. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I could be the oddball out here, but I'm gonna assume that I'm not. I could never say that there's ever been a moment where I've laughed a little too hard and shit has quite literally flown out of the side of the bowl. It's just never happened. Actually, I can't think of a time where I've done anything and shit has flown out of the bowl. You know, I mean, excuse laughing. Like I've had some bad nights, okay? I'm an avid Taco Bell enjoyer. Actually, I had it tonight, and I will probably have Taco Bell tomorrow. So I've had some fucking horrible times on the toilet. Don't get me wrong. Never once has even a drop of shit left the toilet, ever. Not once that I can remember. And if at any point it has happened, it definitely was not at this amount of volume. I mean, this guy's got about half a turd flying out the bowl here. You know, like when you put the pieces together, it's like pretty much half a turd. He's got half a turd flying out here and probably a quarter turd directly on this phone here. I mean, if anything, that's just an impressive move. I didn't know that people could do this. So, but surely they have to be able to do this, because Rico Animation speaks for the people. Why else would he animate it if it wasn't a typical thing that happened? I mean, come on, guys. This definitely happens. Nah, dude. No. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, no chance. Third video, right? No fucking shot. The third video we watch is the worst thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. There's literally no way. I mean, you can't even make this shit up. Look, I don't want to assume what's gonna happen because we haven't seen it yet. It could be something different. Maybe he needs this kid's snot for, dude, I can't even invent something that he could use this for. I mean, he's about to beat it. He's about to beat it using a kid's snot. What the fuck? scratch the whole, oh, I wonder how he came up with this one. That video. I don't care how he came up with that one, honestly. How the what could you have possibly been thinking with this one? I'm gonna let it play out, because maybe I'm wrong. But dude, I mean, you're weird for even if this is a bait and switch at the end, you're weird for coming up with the idea to bait and switch. This is weird no matter what, dude. You're not getting off easy. You're a weirdo. But I'll give you a few points if you didn't do what I think you're about to do. I just can't even believe that. I just genuinely cannot believe that this video exists. Guys, it's toothpaste, I promise. He was about to... I can't even push this to something else. I mean, yeah, guys, he was about to brush his teeth. He was looking something up on the computer, and he got a virus, and his pants slipped down, and he decided at that moment that he needed to brush his teeth. I promise. Okay, yeah, there's really no level of coping that's gonna get us away from this one. So, dude, what the man? I can't even believe this shit. I genuinely cannot. Does it have to be a child? Does it have to be? I mean, does it? Look, that's weird. That's undoubtedly quite weird. I gotta say, I understand what you're getting at. And I understand that kids, you know, have runny noses typically. That's like a kid trait. I get why, but dude, think of the plot of the video. Think of why you're making, could this have not been like a sick adult? Would that not have made like the same amount of sense and not been a little creepy? I mean, like, come on, man. You gotta give me something here, dude. This is fucking, this is like, just possibly the worst thing I've ever watched in my entire life. The dude searches something up, reaches for his bottle of unidentified liquid. It could be something that isn't what we all think it is, which is lotion. What the else would you have at the computer? Anyways, he reaches for his bottle of stuff, realizes it's out, catches a glimpse of the child in the yard through his window and his runny snot, and decides to take the child and use his snot to refill his bottle of unidentified liquid that is almost definitely lotion for off. That's the video that we just watched. What the fuck? I mean, I don't even really have anything else to say about this. What am I supposed to say? What kind of insight am I supposed to get at this? Oh, well, that's kind of weird and quirky. Like, yeah, no shit. If you're watching this video and you at all think this is like funny or a good video to make, like, you're too far gone, dude. I think everybody is off-put by this shit. Cause what, dude? Cause what the fuck? Slippery. Jesus Christ. The title is fucking slippery. I like, dude. I mean, now my cope doesn't work at all. I mean, Jesus Christ. It could only be one thing. It could only be one thing, and that is lotion. Look, I don't want to just keep like coming back to the same point because I don't think that that's very entertaining. But like, it's such a good point to say. I mean, what the fuck? How do you come up with this? What was on the top of your mind where you were like, oh, light bulb, let me make that into an animation? Like, what could you have possibly been thinking about, man? I mean, because like, I could understand the thinking process, right? Like, he's thinking about weird, freaky animations he can make. He's like, oh, well, what about that super relatable moment when you run out of lotion? So I can understand up until that point. What I can't understand is your answer for that problem being, oh, well, what if you milk the snot out of a child? And I would have put a pause on it right there. If that ever somehow was a thought that I had, I would kick it straight out the window. I would absolutely not go with that. And honestly, I'd probably go see an exorcist. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. 3 videos in, and we have already seen just some full-blown degeneracy. I was like, what the f? I mean, like, why? Bro, at a certain point, you'd think that this guy would just not enjoy animating this shit anymore. I mean, because you got to think, it's not the greatest animation ever. You know, it's not, like, his animation's not even really that good, but it's still an animation. Animations take forever. This guy probably sits for hours making this shit. I mean, dude, at a certain point, you'd think, like, hey, Maybe this guy doesn't want to keep drawing buttholes. You know how many fucking assholes this dude has drawn and animated? I mean, it's unfathomable. Probably, I genuinely think probably over 1,000. This guy has probably drawn over 1,000 assholes. Okay, I just checked. He has less than 1,000 videos. So never mind, probably like 500 assholes, but you get my fucking point, okay? My point is, when is it enough? When are you gonna be like, all right, I don't want to draw a fucking puckering butthole. I don't want to animate a puckering ass. When is it, man? Come on, Rico. When's the last asshole that you decide to draw? When are you gonna put the pen down and maybe, I don't know, come up with something that isn't poop humor? And is this shit supposed to be relatable? What the fuck are we doing? That relatable moment when you're taking a shit and it literally bites your asshole as it comes out? No, dude. No, it's not relatable. Can't relate, buddy. Can't relate. And you know what else I can't relate with? The sounds that you made. That's gross. Why did you put this sound effect in? Buttholes don't make sounds, bud. This was an artistic choice from you that, quite frankly, I think should not have ever been made. I mean, at this point, you're doing it for the love of the game, brother. That's just added editing. I mean, you wanted to add this sound. You're a sick dude. This does not add to the video at all. If anything, I feel like it takes away from it. Made it sound like a goddamn vacuum chamber. It's gross, dude. Like, oh my God. Seriously though, like I genuinely wonder when this guy is gonna snap out of it and realize like, holy shit, I've drawn over 500 buttholes. I mean, hey, kudos to your ability to just stick it out. It's impressive that you can just do this shit and then come back to it and do it again. I respect your dedication, but seriously, bro, like, you don't have to do it, man. You really don't. This is not a requirement. Honestly, this video probably should have never been made, and I don't think, you know, the world's not missing it, bro. Just stop drawing buttholes. Never in my life did I think I would have to say a sentence like that, but here we are.
You can't get me. You can't get me. Can I play? I mean, I don't know. You have to ask the owner. I'm not the owner. You gotta ask the owner. Sorry, like, I think the owner.
Okay. I think I get the point of the audio. Dude, this did not have to be shit. Like, nothing about the audio dictates that this has to be shit that they're throwing at each other. I mean, again, dude, like, look, I understand that your entire channel is shock humor, but like at a certain point, you're pushing it, man. At a certain point, you're just kind of forcing it in. What about the actual joke and the relatability of this audio requires them to be throwing shit at each other, especially on a snowy day? I'm assuming that you're like trying to mimic a snowball fight. Hey, buddy, use snow. Just use snow. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. And also like giving the dude pink eye after he got literal shit thrown at his face. I mean, like, we're just doing too much. We're just doing too much, man. I mean, Christ. Whatever, dude. Whatever. It's just all the same joke. It's just all the same. It's just like the punchline is literally just, haha, look, it's poop. Oh, guys, look, it's pee. And this guy's drinking it. Isn't that a silly little video? Guys, isn't that hilarious? This guy just peed in that other guy's mouth. I mean, fucking Christ, dude. Like, it's all just the same shit. He's trying to aim his piss into the hole of this tree, and it was actually a dream, and he aimed his piss across the room into his friend's mouth. And he likes it too. I mean, you know, he kind of looks like he enjoys it, you know, because he's not really, you know, he was kind of freaking out at the beginning, but now, like, what is that face? I don't think that's the face of a person who doesn't like what's happening to them. It actually seems like he's kind of enjoying the fact that his friend is actively pissing in his mouth. But, you know, I'm not even gonna open that can of worms, because like that, I mean, we'll be sitting here for a while. I'm just gonna skip past that point entirely. Dude, I just can't understand why he continuously makes the same shock humor bullshit. I mean, he's been doing this for years now. Again, the last time I talked about him was like a year ago, and it was the same shit. Like, it was literally just poop joke after poop joke. It's the same thing. I mean, I don't get it. Like, how do you not get tired of it? And I guess, you know, there's like a simple answer to it, which is that people are watching it, so he's gonna make it. I get it. You know, I understand it. What I can't understand is why people are even watching this shit. I mean, like, what kind of people are watching this? You know what? I'm just gonna go to the comments. Let's see what people think about this masterpiece. POV friend over there, yummy lemonade. Okay, so they're f***ing idiots. That's the type. Okay, I'm telling you, dude, with this YouTube shit, all roads lead to retards. I mean, that's just how it f***ing goes. When in doubt, when you come across a channel and you think, what the f***? How could anybody watch this? I'm telling you, it is either A, 8-year-olds, B, absolute brainlet idiots, or C, a mix of both. Stupid, just idiotic children. That is it. That is absolutely the answer every single time. I have never, ever come across a situation where it was anything other than that. And it seems like Rico Animations is doing nothing but proving me right. I mean, f***ing Christ. POV friend over there, yummy lemonade. I mean, hilarious joke, dude. That's really good. It's me and my bro with about 14 laughing emojis. Yeah, I hope not, dude. Did we watch the same video? The f you mean it's me and my bro? It's a video of a dude pissing in the other dude's mouth. I mean, if you just forgot, you know, just for context for this stupid ass comment, bro. I really hope it isn't. Are you telling me that's just like how you guys get down? That's the type of fun you guys have? Oh yeah, me and my bro. We kick it at the crib, piss in each other's mouth a little bit. It's a good time. You should join it. Yeah, no. I don't even think that's a funny. I mean, I know you're lying. I mean, I know that you're lying, but it's just like the image you just put in my head is not funny, dude. It's not a good joke. Oh yeah, we do that. Oh yeah, me and my friend do that. We pee in each other's mouths. Yeah, even my dog disagrees with that shit. Even he thinks that shit is weird, dude. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, dude. Guess do your thing. 4-second guy, he probably don't know what he drink or he know. Excuse me? You want to run that one past me again? What? Poor second guy, he probably don't know what he drink. Or he know. I don't even know how to talk about that comment. Sir, that's not English. And that is, nor is it even close, dude. You know, like, typically I'd be nice about these things. Typically, if I read a message with a typo, I just skip over it and say what they intended to say. I don't typically dwell on typos or, you know, just overall grammar mistakes. But this shit, I don't even know what you intended to say, dude. I've got no f***ing clue, dude. Yeah, this is the typical Rico Animations watcher. Genuinely brain dead. I mean, like, you know, you really start to think, like, what could possibly be going on in these people's minds? And it's just nothing. The answer is nothing. There's nothing going on. This person is probably right now scrolling YouTube shorts and f***ing drooling on themselves. Like, just probably 16 laughing emojis with fart or treat. What the f*** are you talking about? I mean, you're just throwing in buzzwords to sound like you have any idea what you're talking about. Brother, did you watch the video? What are you saying? With fart or treat? What does that even mean? And, you know, I also got to say, I don't think that there's ever been a single situation where I would ever justify 16 laughing emojis. I just can't do it. I think that's too many. Quite frankly, that's way too many. I'd say 4 is pushing it. Oh, look, there's a reply. You diddy. With fart or treat. You diddy. People like this exist. Oh my God, it's him. It's him. It's... I was about to scroll to the next comment and I realized he replied to his own comment. I am going to fucking bathe with a toaster. These are the type of people that I live around. These are the type of people that you've got to deal with on a daily basis. I mean, holy shit. I share the roads with people like this. I can't do it, man. With fart or treat, replies to his own comment, you diddy. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Fantastic comment. It once happened to me. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna be done. We're just gonna cut it off now. I can't take this anymore. I mean, this happened. I don't think it did. And if it did, I'm sorry. It once happened to me. What happened to you? You talking about one of your friends pissing directly into your mouth while they sleep? I'm just gonna assume that didn't happen, dude. Hey man, sorry to call you out like this. I think you're lying. But if it did happen, thanks for sharing in a random YouTube comment section and not like a therapist, like you should do. Anyways, man, yeah, so Rico Animations, have they gotten any better? No. Have they gotten worse? Also, no. I'd say they're at the same level of f***ery. Hey, hi, how's it going? I honestly think, you know, from the creation of the internet, from the creation of YouTube, from the very start of social media and places where you can post content and videos that you make, from the very beginning, I genuinely think that the worst, weirdest content style has always been family channels. I think it's, first of all, I think it's weird to even watch like family content because it's like, why do you care this much about this random family? But I especially think it's weird to make it because a lot of times the way that, you know, family channels and family content starts out is fine. You know, it's literally just videos of families doing things and just having a good time. But eventually, you know, as they grow, there starts becoming demand. Like they need to make videos, they need to make content. And a lot of the times it just ends up with the parents like forcing their kids to be in these videos and recording their kids, you know, all the time. So there's even during like very personal moments, I think it's super weird and it's invasive as shit. It's like, it's creepy. It's creepy. It's like, why do I know this about your child? You know what I mean? Like, why are you telling me this about your child? It's weird. But since the introduction of TikTok and short form content, I genuinely think that family channels or family oriented content has gotten even weirder. It's gotten to this point where parents will just make like, you know, a short form video talking about their child and like whatever thing they did. And it is always too far. It's always like too much information, way like extremely invasive shit that I just like, if my parents posted talking about me, I would be genuinely pissed off. I feel like parents are far too comfortable on TikTok. And it's not even like they're not even comfortable sharing their own shit. They're comfortable sharing, like airing out their children's business on TikTok. And I think it's bizarre. It's like, dude, I would be extremely pissed if my parents ever made any videos like that. And I think that that's the reaction that anybody would have. It's like, why the f are you talking about my shit or, you know, sharing something that was supposed to be between us? Like, I think that's f***ed up. And it's also just weird. It's weird. Like, why are you telling random strangers things that your kid told you, you know, in confidence or did around you in confidence? Like, I think it's weird. I think family-oriented content is weird, but the absolute weirdest version of family content is single mothers, or I mean, they don't even have to be single, but most of them are, but just mothers that are attached to their sons to an extent that's like weird and creepy. Like, it's not just like, you know, the typical love between a mother and a son. No. Like, it's at a level where you gotta question, like, what the is going on between the two. Like, and you would think that this is like a rare thing. You would think that videos, you know, like this, mothers sharing their weird infatuation with their sons, you would think that's like a niche thing. But it's really not. It's way more common than you think it is. It's kind of a huge problem, and it's just weird. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this in the first place is because I've seen a lot of other people talk about it, but I didn't really think it was very much of an issue until the other day. I was, you know, doing my thing, scrolling IG reels, and I came across a video that just was off-putting. It wasn't like, I'm about to show you the video. It's not horrible, and it's like, it's not the weirdest thing ever, but it's at this level that's like almost creepy as fuck. And so it kind of opened my eyes to the topic. And so I started digging and I found some just vile videos. But we'll start with the one that like made me talk about this, because this, I think this needs to be shown because there's just something about it. There's something about it that's kind of creepy.
Hi, I just walked out of my bathroom and I'm completely naked. You can't see it, but guess who just saw it? Guess who walked in and saw it? Hey, where'd you go? Where'd you go? You're bad. You just walk in my 19-year-old sophomore from college just walked in completely naked. Well, I was naked. You don't have anything?
Okay, so look, right now the video's not like, it's not weird, it's not creepy, but it does raise the question of like, why the fuck did you make this video? Why was this made? Why is it that the first thing you did whenever this happened wasn't like put clothes on or apologize for leaving the door unlocked or whatever? Why is it that the first thing you did is record this video and like make it this huge deal? Which it's like, I mean, because I mean, really think about it. Like, I get that it's weird that happened. Like that's an embarrassing moment, but you're making it it weirder than it has to be. All it really has to be is like an, oh shit, I'm sorry, done. Right? Like that's all it needs to be. But you're making it like, you're framing it almost as if like he did it on purpose, which it's very clear he did not. So it's like, why are you pushing it towards that? It's just weird. Like it's extremely off-putting. Why the f did you make this?
To say? What am I supposed to say? What are you doing?
I was gonna ask, are you leaving right after Zoe's thing?
Are you?
Are you leaving?
Am I leaving after Zoe's game?
Yeah, like, should I just drive separate?
It's not that serious. Not as serious as you walking in on me naked.
That's not that serious either. Like, I don't understand why you're kind of pushing it to that. Like, it's like you are making this weird. It was not something that was like purposefully done. You are making it, you're trying to frame it as that, and that's fucking creepy. That's weird. And I don't think that that's like the objective of this video. I don't think that she's, you know, actively trying to make this weird. I think if anything, she's just trying to embarrass her son, which it's like, why do that either? You know, like whatever. I think that that's stupid. But again, I don't really think that she's like trying to make it creepy, but that's almost weirder. It's like, are you always like this? Is this just like natural to you? Because you're making this weird. And I don't know how you didn't see that. I just don't understand why the this was made. This is weird.
Unbelievable. That's why I lock my door when you're home. Weirdo.
Like weirdo? What the f are we talking about right now? Why are you calling him a weirdo? That's why you lock your, yeah, you should. That's like, you definitely should all the time when you're showering. Yeah, like that's something you should do, but why are you calling him a weirdo as if this was a thing he did on purpose? That's, okay.
Well, champ, you know I'm in the shower. This is my bedroom.
8 minutes before we go, how was I supposed to know?
All I have to do is get, oh my God.
Yeah, so again, it's not like that bad. This is not like a horrible video overall. It's just fucking weird. This genuinely just did not need to be made. But the fact that it was made and she like kind of tried to push it, she tried actively to make it weird. It's like, dude, that's your son. What the f are we doing right now? I would get it if this is like a guest or like a friend. You know what I mean? Like yeah, of course. This is a valid, but bro, that's your son. This is not that deep and it should not have been pushed to that point. I mean, again, this like at most, this should be like a, oh, I'm sorry, close the door. Situation over. I don't know why the first thing you did was first of all, instead of getting dressed, you grab your phone. It's like, I mean, like, what? I don't know. I just think it's weird. And I'm not alone in that. I mean, the comment section, they're catching the same vibe I am. This shit is creepy. It's weird. That's your son, bro. It's not that deep. Exactly. I think that that's like the only answer to this. It's really not that deep. And I don't know why you're making it like that. That's weird. He's not a weirdo, bro. Mistakes happen. Exactly. Usually skip this part. Like, okay, I think that's a little too far. I think that's a little too far, but it's like the fact that that is the vibe that a lot of people are getting from this. Like, that's not the only comment that says that. There's actually quite a few that say that. The fact that that is like the overall consensus, dude, that's entirely your fault. I don't know. Look, maybe I'm wrong about this, and you know, let me know what you think about this video. But me personally, I'm like, it's your son. It's really not that big of a deal. You know, shit happens, mistakes happen. What is a big deal and what is weird is the fact that you are making this video and framing it as if like he purposefully did it and that he's like super weird and like I don't know, I just feel like you're pushing it into almost like a sexual territory, and that is just too far. Like, that's too far. That's weird as fuck. Anyways, I saw this the other day and it was just off-putting. I don't know. It just made me feel weird because I didn't think people acted like this, you know? So after seeing it firsthand, I realized that people do act like this. So I did a little bit more digging and I found some shit that is much, much worse than this. This honestly, first of all, it is tame. This isn't that deep. It's just off-putting and weird, but this looks like the most tame thing ever compared to the other shit that I found, which is like definitely creepy. Like, some of these moms need to be investigated. That's how fucking weird some of this shit gets. Oh, like this one.
Copyrighted music. Hey, copyrighted music.
Okay, like I don't even have to play the video because it's just a song, but when you realize you're gonna have to share the love of your life, my baby boy, with another female one day. You're what? Excuse me? You're huh? The love of your life. What in the fuck are you talking about? Like, dog, what? The love of your, that is weird. That is weird as shit. That is weird as f. The phrase love of your life has never been used for a child or like, you know, somebody that you just love dearly. It is specifically for your partner. Always has been that. I don't think that that's ever been confused, you know, ever. I don't think anybody's ever used it outside of just specifically talking about their partner. So what the f are we talking about here? And share, dude. Listen, I've met some mothers who are very clingy. You know, I've got some friends who've got some clingy ass mothers, but this is at another fucking level. You should not want your son to be in this position where he has to like share himself with you and his literal wife. Like, you should not be competing with your child's wife. That's weird. That is weird. The relationship between you and your son should not be at all similar to the relationship between him and his wife. And you using the word share here would mean that you guys are like in the same lane and you have to fight for each other. You guys shouldn't even be on the same playing field. Like, this, that is creepy. That's weird as shit. This is like, what the f are you talking about? Even the kid looks disturbed in this. I don't even think he knows what any of that shit means. He's got no idea what the f is going on, and he looks weirded out. When you realize you're gonna have to share the love of your life with another female one day, dude, what the f are you talking about? Look, I understand loving your child. I mean, I think you should. I think you should have unconditional love for your child. But being in love with your child, that's different. That's different. And this is teetering on that. This is, no, it's not even teetering. Like, that's just confirmed at this point because you just called him the love of your life. Like, that is fucking weird. And again, I really do not think that you should be competing with your child's partner. Why the f would you ever use the word share in that scenario? That leads me to think that there's some weird shit going on. It does, because what the f do you mean share? Like, what are you getting from him that will be taken away by his partner? Like, maybe his time, I guess, but like, yeah, dude, that is just not how you word that. You should not word it like that, because this is fucking creepy. Hey, so this is actually insane. Yeah, and I don't really know why you have to like phrase that as if it's a wake-up call. Like, she should know that this is insane. But clearly she f***ing doesn't, because like, why did you post this? You're alone on this. Yeah, and she should be. I don't think any mother should ever look at their son this way. And you know, listen, I typically don't like it whenever motherfuckers say, well, imagine if the roles were reversed. Imagine if this was a man, on like every situation, because 9 times out of 10, I just think it's a f***ing waste of time. It's a point that does not need to be made. But I think the point absolutely does need to be made here, because that motherfucker would be in jail. If this was a dude, if this was a man standing with his daughter with the caption, when you realize you're gonna have to share the love of your life, my baby girl, with another man one day, that motherfucker would be behind bars within a week. And people would be flaming they would be way worse in the comments than they are here. Here, they're just like informing her like, hey, this is weird. Motherfucker, if this was a dude, motherfucker would be in there calling him a on some crazy shit, fully flaming him, and deservingly so. I feel like she deserves a little bit of that. But like, dude, again, if this was a guy, holy f, this would be a whole different story. So like, why the f is it not here? This is just as creepy. As a boy mom, no, I can't understand. Yeah, good. I would really hope you f***ing wouldn't. Ew, he will never have a healthy relationship. No woman wants to compete with their boyfriend's mom or mother-in-law for love and attention. Yeah, and I don't think they should have to. Why the f is the mom competing at all? Why is she in the ring? Why she got the f gloves on? Bitch, what are you doing? Like, this, it's psychotic. Why does that battle even have to happen? She should not be competing. Cause like, what are you competing for? Like, again, what is your son giving you that will be taken away if he gets a girlfriend or a wife or whatever? Like, what is he offering you that will be taken away from her? Because whatever it is like, you should not be receiving that. That's like that's like weird. That's your son. You cannot be with him romantically. I hope this helps. Again, the fact that she needs clarity on that point is psychotic. You're telling me you haven't learned this in your entire life. This is like a new thing to you. I don't get it. Like, what is he supposed to do? Let's really live this out through what you want. What is he supposed to do? Do you want him to just never get married and spend his entire life like providing for you? It kind of seems like you want to marry your son. And hey, look, I'm not saying that's exactly what it is. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. And I don't think it should ever look like that. I don't think anything you post on the internet should ever give people the assumption that you want to marry your child. That's weird. That's weird.
Mom, you looking sexy and beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, what in the are we? What in the bro? What? Why did your kid even know what that word means? That's like a 5-year-old. What the are we doing? What? That's genuinely insane. That is genuinely, what the are you talking about? Listen, the last person I'm gonna blame in this video is the child. You know what I mean? Like, if your kid is calling you sexy when they're like 5, or honestly, he looks younger than that. That is your fault. That is 100%. You definitely did something to make him say that. Why? Why do you need your son to call you sexy? Why is that something you taught him to say? Why is that a word that you put in his vocabulary? Are you looking for validation from your son? Validation on your looks, like, and not even just like, hey, you're beautiful, right? Because that's different. Sexy is very much sexually oriented. Why do you need sexually oriented validation on your looks from your son? I mean, what the are we doing? You know, like, dude, what the I mean, I can't even believe that shit. I almost want to say this is AI. I want this to be AI. It's clearly not. Obviously, it's very much a real video. This is just not normal. This is just not normal. And her reaction is not normal either. This is not a normal reaction. Oh, thank you. Thank you? Beat his ass right now. That little motherfucker should not be saying that. It's clear that you're okay with that and taught him that because you said thank you. Maybe tell him to try words like pretty or gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the first thing she should have done. Because if he had said that, that's totally fine, right? That's completely different. Sexy? We're overstepping here. And it's very clear that it's your fault he said that. I mean, what the, like, this kid didn't just learn that word out of nowhere, right? This was definitely planted. And the fact that he's calling you that definitely means he learned it from you. I mean, Christ. I'm just gonna ask, because I'm a boy mom as well, for everyone bashing them, did anyone think that maybe he has heard his dad saying it to his mom? I'm gonna assume not. And the reason I'm gonna assume not is entirely because of her reaction. I mean, she like said thank you and laughed about it as if that was like a typical thing for him to say. If he had learned that from his father, I think if he would have said that to his mom, she probably would have been like, hey, don't say that. Like, that's weird. And that would be the normal response, right? But the fact that she is thanking him and acting as if this is not weird at all, she didn't even blink. It was like it's like she's heard this 1,000 times. I'm gonna assume that either A, he did learn it from his father and she's just weirdly okay with that, or B, and the more likely scenario is that she just taught him this for whatever reason. Like, like, even if he did learn it from his father, that does not excuse this in the slightest. Because what the do you mean, thank you? You're a psychopath. Seek help, please.
So I just got stood up by my son. Tomorrow is his first day of high school. And I asked him, want to have dinner?
What in the fuck? Are you out of your mind? What? Stood up? What the fuck are we... Stood up. Let's not use that word. Okay, let's actually avoid that phrase. When you're talking about your son stood you up. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Dinner with me. And I said, you pick. And while I was in the shower, he texted me that he was going to play basketball with his friends. So.
Okay, yeah, man, hey, that's fucked up. Yeah, I'd be a little annoyed too, you know, because you had predisposed plans. But I would not be any further than just annoyed. You're quite a bit further than that. You're using the word stood up as if that's ever a word you should use when talking about your child. You're crying as if this is like he has betrayed you. I just simply don't think it's that deep. You know, I just really don't. At least not deep enough for you to act like this. This is weird. This is a creepy way to respond to that. And again, you know, I've asked this probably a billion times in my, you know, few years doing YouTube, because it's just a good question. Why the fuck was this made? Why? Like this is the weirdest part to me. I feel like 99.9% of parents out there, they had, you know, plans with their child, and then they ghosted them and said like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I think most of them would obviously be annoyed. They would maybe feel a little bit like this, you know, especially if it's his last day before whatever. I don't know what the fuck he said, but you know, maybe, you know, it's gonna be a while till she sees him again. I get it. I think most parents would be like that. They would not immediately record a video. Like she literally said while she was in the shower, he texted her. She's wearing a fucking towel right now. Like this is seconds after the text message. She just immediately records this video. People don't do that. Like that's fucking weird. It's very clear that you are like trying to see if people like relate to you in this. It's very obvious that you're doing that, right? You're seeking validation from random people online because even you think your reaction is weird. I'm sure that's why you're doing it. You want other people to validate the way you're feeling because it's weird. But people aren't gonna do that because it is weird. Truly, the fact that you're acting like this is weird. Stood up is such a weird way to word it. He just canceled. Yeah, and it's a way that makes me feel like, oh, she's a creep. She's acting like it was a date. yeah. The fact that she like pauses after, you know, explaining what happened. She's like, I'm just having a moment. It's like that's even weird too. Like a moment? What the f? He just canceled plans. That's your son. You're gonna see him like pretty frequently. What the f are we doing? Oh, having a moment, like as if you needed this. You needed this dinner. Dog. I can't even like, bro, you're weird. You are absolutely fucking weird.
Aw, young love. I remember that feeling. My first boyfriend.
That's his mom.
Well,
That's not
I told you guys it got worse. Look, to be fair, I warned you. I warned you early as that it got a lot worse. If you didn't believe me, that's on you. Okay, because it absolutely gets worse. What in the are we doing? What in the are we doing? Dude, I do not care how excited you are for your child's success. This should never happen. Your child could have just cured cancer, and I still think this is a weird reaction. What in the are you doing? I mean, the full, like both legs up, fucking fully just jumped on him, leapt into his arms. A hug, a normal hug is just fine. It's actually very normal. This, what are you doing right now? His mother did that. Like, I can't fathom that. What are you doing? When has this ever been a normal reaction for anything? I think that there is literally only one person in the world that you should be acting like this towards and doing this to, and that is your husband, your partner. That would make sense. That's fine. That's why everybody immediately assumed that you guys were dating. You don't do that to your son, dude. What the f are you doing? That's psychotic. Or anybody that you know, a family at all. Like, would you do this to your brother? I even think her answer would be no. You know, like I think that her answer would be, oh, absolutely not. So like, why the f are you doing that to your son? And the thing is, like, I don't understand how she doesn't find this weird. I don't understand how she doesn't think that what she just did is way overboard and like she's absolutely crossing a lot of boundaries here. I don't know how she doesn't see that, because even the kid does. I mean, he looks embarrassed as f. Like the two light little pats that he gave her on the back, I think indicates like, hey, get the f off me. You're embarrassing the shit out of me. And not in the typical way where young people, you know, get embarrassed showing love to their parents. No, this is embarrassing in like the what the f are you doing? This is creepy kind of way. Because it is. Because it absolutely is. This is weird as shit. Lol, check out her IG. Pics just got weirder. But we definitely have to go look at that. What the f, dude? Okay, man. That's her son, you know, so. Look, maybe I just don't get it, and like this is normal, but I really don't think it is. This is weird as shit. Whatever, yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go, because I think if I keep looking at this, I'm gonna find something I just don't want to see. So I'm gonna move on. This is undoubtedly creepy as f though. Like, I don't understand why this was ever something that you thought would be a good reaction. I don't know why you're acting like this towards your son. You're weird. You are weird. But whatever, moving on. Now, if you didn't read what that said, the first picture says "born to be your lover," and it's like a vague picture of this, woman with this guy, and then the next frame is "forced to be your mother." What the fuck? What the fuck? I wish I had more to say than just that. What, dude, what in the fuck are you talking about? Born to be your lover? Lover? You're a fucking creep. You're so weird. And it gets worse. It gets worse. Look at the description of this video. Maybe in another life. Words can't describe how much I love you, Hayden, and how I am so proud to be your mother. We share tons of memories together, and sometimes I wish I was your lover. My fault for making you attractive. Now, what in the f are we talking about right now? It is okay to see your child as attractive. It is not okay to be attracted to your child. It is okay to observe attractive traits. It is not okay to be attracted to those traits. You get what I'm saying? You understand what you picking up what I'm putting down here? Okay? It's okay to be like, hey, I've got a good looking child. It's not okay to be like, I've got a good looking child. What the f are you talking about? Lover? What? What the f are you? You're a psychopath. You are a psychopath, and I gotta be honest, at this point, I'm gonna call you a bit of a pedophile, because you're a bit of a pedophile. And incestuous at that. Because lover is never the word that you should ever say you wish you were to your child. What in the absolute fuck do you mean by that? That's the only thing I can think you mean by that. And again, I'm just gonna bring it up again. Imagine now for a second that this was a guy. This was a father talking about his daughter. I just want you to imagine that for half a second. If this was a father who said in a TikTok about his daughter, born to be your lover, forced to be your father, that motherfucker would be fried to death. He would be behind bars actively. He would be in fucking prison. Cause what the fuck do you mean, born to be your lover? You are weird as shit. Look, it's okay to observe traits in your children that you think would make for a good partner. It's okay to observe those traits. That if anything, that just means you did your job, right? That means you raised them right. But it's not okay to seek out those traits from them. It's totally okay to be like, yeah, my child is a catch. He's gonna treat, his future wife great. Or saying that he's got traits that are desirable and that he, again, will have a future wife that is treated very well, whatever it is, right? Like, that's okay. That's totally fine to observe those things. That's not weird at all. But seeking them out from him and saying things like, oh, I wish I was your lover, that's weird as fuck. That is weird as fuck. That's not even just a step too far. That's 20 steps too far. You've walked half a mile in the wrong direction. What the fuck are you doing? That's just creepy as fuck. It's so weird. And again, if you were a dude and you said that about your daughter, you would be in fucking jail, dude. Or well, I guess obviously not in jail, right? But like, you would undoubtedly be fired from your fucking job. If you were a dude who posted that, you'd be fired immediately because you're a brand risk at this point. Like, Jesus Christ. Maybe in another life. Yeah, that is weird. I honestly kind of read right over that. Maybe in another life? Like, oh my God, this is so unrecoverable. Because like, I could see a world in which, again, she just sees desirable traits in her son, and like, that's why she came up with that, and she just said it wrong and like went way too far. I guess I could see, I mean, it's still undoubtedly weird that you said that at all. Don't get me wrong. Like, that would not defend her in the slightest, but like, I could understand, like, maybe you said it wrong or something. I don't know. But the fact that you said maybe in another life, that's dead to rights. What in the f are you talking about? In another life? That is your son. Maybe in another life you can be lovers with your son? Pause for 1 second. What the f? My fault for making you attractive. Jesus fucking Christ. What a thing to say. Like as if you have no choice but to be fully infatuated with your own son. Oh, my fault. I fucked up because I made you attractive. Well, now I have to want you as my lover. It just has to happen. My fault. I fucked up, guys. Bro. You're creepy as shit. Well, you know, look, final words on this whole thing. Dude, I don't know. Like, it's hard to come up with a final message that isn't just redundant. Like, I would say, hey, don't be attracted to your son, but it's like, yeah, everybody knows that already. That's not very eye-opening information. Like, I think everybody knows they shouldn't do that. But you know, I guess not. I guess not everybody does. So I'll say that, hey, you definitely should not be attracted to your child, because that's weird as shit. And like definitely illegal too, you know, like that's also part of it. You know, not only is it just weird as it's also like, you know, if you were to act on those things, that would be incest. So like, let's just not do that, guys. How about that? Hey, how about guys, from this point moving forward, we no longer partake in incest. Is that okay with you guys? Because I personally, I you know, thought that was a thing everybody did already, but turns out not. So let's just from now in the big 26, let's leave out the incest. How about that, guys? that would be really cool. Anyways, Christ. Hey, hi, how's it going? If you've been watching the channel for a while, then chances are you know that my biggest pet peeve, and I've said this a million times, I honestly think I said this in a video like a week ago. This has always been my biggest pet peeve. It's when adults act like children. I cannot stand it. I don't know what about it. It activates something in me that just pisses me off from an ancestral level. Okay, like when I see it, it's like there's a genuine fireplace that just starts in my soul. I hate it. I can't stand it. And it's been like that for years, far before I ever did YouTube. I have always had this problem. But since doing YouTube, because, you know, life is just super funny like this, I seem to run into it way more often. I mean, like, it's always been a big pet peeve for me, but I almost never ran into it until I started doing YouTube. And now it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, honestly, like I'm lucky if I go a month without making a video where an adult acts, you know, like a complete child. It is that common. But the thing is, because it's so common and because I've been doing YouTube for a while, I've talked about a lot of people who act like children. I've talked about so many people where that's like their thing. And out of every person I've ever talked about, the number one person who just pisses me off the most and does the childish act the most is a man by the name of Mark Adams. Now, I've talked about Mark Adams in the past, obviously, and you know, since then, I genuinely kind of thought that he disappeared. Like, I honestly never got his content again. After I made that video, it's like he disappeared off the face of the earth. But the other day, I was doing my typical doom scroll, and I happened to come across a video of Mark Adams. Now, keep in mind that when I made my first video on him, I believe he was like 28. Like, he's pushing 30. Now he is 30. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's a 30-year-old man, and I hate to say it, but he's making the exact same videos as he always has. I mean, it's honestly, some of these, I went through some of them, and some of them are worse. Some of them are worse than they were before. He's really sticking to the bit a little too much, because these, I mean, it was never good, you know? But you would think, you know, you would think that like within this time frame that he would grow up maybe, or maybe he would just get bored of the old content style, you know? Like, that's just what I thought. I thought he would, you know, finally get to the point where he was tired of making the childish skits. But turns out, no. Turns out he loves it. He loves acting like a kid because he is still doing it, and he is a 30-year-old man. So anyways, that being said, we're here to just poke fun at it. That, you know, I was gonna segue it better than that, but like, I just don't care to. I don't care to have this crazy intro. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna watch Mark Adams shorts and laugh at him. Laugh at him, not them. Him. That being said, let's get to it.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, son?
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to buy me an iPhone 17 now.
Yeah, never mind.
You know, it's kind of funny because like now, you know, again, it's been over a year since I talked about him last. And I believe last time he had some amount of facial hair, but now he's rocking a full beard, which I gotta say, looks good. It looks good, but I find it very funny, like how hard this filter is trying to remove that beard. I mean, like that, like it's trying its fucking best, dude. I mean, it's not even close either. You could very much tell that it's still there. You would think with AI at the level that it is, it would be able to remove a beard a little bit easier than this and also make you look like a child. Turns out, no. Turns out that's it's actually pretty terrible at it because it's still very obvious, which I think makes these shorts a little worse, you know, because it's like, I mean, it's like if it wasn't clear that this is a grown-ass man beforehand, well, now the child character has a beard, so it's pretty obvious now. You know, it's very clear that this is a grown-ass man and has been a grown-ass man the whole time, but you know, for some reason he is acting like he's 5, but you know. Whatever, I guess.
Team, now.
Yeah, never mind. I picked truth.
Okay, what is your credit card number?
Oh, great heavens!
Yeah, and there's the bit. There's his f***ing thing. The oh great heavens. If you haven't seen this guy before, you haven't watched my original video on him. This is essentially just like his thing. He says that line at the end of every single video. I don't think I've ever watched a single one of his videos where he doesn't say, oh great heavens. And it's not even just like a thing, you know, it's not like an intro, right? Where you just use it over and over again. No, he uses the oh great heavens thing as like the punchline. Like that part right there, that was supposed to be the funny part. That was supposed to be the part that made you laugh, was him saying, oh great heavens. You know, but gotta say that the joke overall, you know, the build up to that fantastic punchline was great. You know, it was super good. You guys get it, right? You understand it. You get it. Like he asked for an iPhone and then he switched it to truth and then he said, oh well, give me your credit card number so that he can buy an iPhone. You guys get it, right? Like you understand? You understand? Yeah. No, just like the rules of the game are like he has to, now he has to give him the credit card information. That's a joke. Yeah. So, fantastic joke overall. That definitely wasn't just stupid as shit. I mean, whatever, dude. You know, look, I can sit here and call it unfunny all I want, but like at the end of the day, as much as I hate that it is, comedy is truly subjective. And as much as I would love to be like the ruler of comedy, right? Like the guy who, you know, I'm the one that dictates whether things are funny or not. I would love that position. You know, I really would, but sadly I'm not in that position. So, you know, look, maybe some people do think this is funny. I personally don't. Personally, I don't, but you know, again, it's subjective. I know there's people out there that probably lost their minds at this joke, but I'm still gonna poke fun at it because I think like just the existence of people who did lose their minds at this joke, just like it doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. How vanilla and boring of a person do you have to be where this joke is like the funniest thing you've seen all day? You know, and I'm not saying that every one of his viewers thinks that, you know, each one of his jokes is the funniest thing they've seen all day. I'm just saying that I know somebody watched this and was like rolling on the floor. How lame do you have to be that person? I'm being so for real. And you know, I've realized that that person that I'm calling lame is like 99% chance it's a child. So, you know, my bad, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really think that far ahead, but it's like, I mean, you know, just because they're a kid, man, it's like, I can still poke fun of them a little bit, right? Like, should I? Probably not, but I'm going to, and that kid's probably pretty lame. Probably is. Okay, he probably is. The chances that kid is the fastest in the class are like 0%. And that's all I gotta say about it. Okay, that's it. We're moving on. But seriously though, like who out there is it's like full belly laughing at a joke like that? I know they exist, and the fact that they do kind of pisses me off. You have to be the most boring person that anyone around you knows. Yes, that's fine, but Jesus, man.
How's dinner, everyone? Honey, the food is delicious. Thank you. And what about you, kids? It's good.
Sis, don't you have something to say to our parents?
Brother, be quiet. You're being...
Okay, now, see, I'm a little lost. Why does the woman filter remove his beard perfectly? I mean, holy shit, it like sculpts him a new chin. That thing's fucking brand new. I know I'm pointing out shit that literally does not matter at all, but it's like, why is it that the kid filter, he's still got like a full beard, but this dog shit filter, by the way, this is horrifying, but it removes his beard perfectly. I mean, holy shit. That's impressive.
He's so annoying. Tabitha, what is he talking about? I don't know. Son, what are you talking about?
Sister is pregnant.
What? Tabitha, why?
You know what? I'm just gonna let it play.
Your boyfriend Jacob is gonna get it.
Well, it gets worse, Dad.
How?
Sis doesn't know who the baby daddy is.
Brother, be quiet.
Dude, oh my god. What the f? Like, dude, like, I don't understand. Who's the target audience of this? Because it's like, I mean, bro, I would of course say kids, and that's, you know, that's like what you could imagine, right? Is that it's children, but like he's making baby daddy jokes, and like, like I don't know. I feel like he's trying to like target this towards adults. Who out there is an adult watching this and like genuinely enjoys it? I guess I just don't get it. You know, that's fine. But like, dude, I'm just trying to find out who this is targeted for. And again, you would think it's kids, but he's making jokes like this. I don't really think that it's targeted towards kids. So who the f is enjoying this? Maybe it's super niche. You know, maybe this guy's audience is like 15-year-olds specifically. Like that's the line. 1 year older, they're too grown and they don't like the jokes anymore. And if you go 1 year younger, they don't understand the jokes, right? Because they're a little bit more mature. So maybe it's that. You know, maybe it's just super niche. He's got a 15-year-old specific audience. You know what? Maybe he's doing it right. I'm just being a hater. That's fine too. Okay, I am a hater. Yeah, I am. Okay, I 100% am. Maybe he's just, maybe he's got his target dead center. He hits them every single time. It's very, very specific. But I don't really think it's that. You know, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. That's a bit of a stretch. I don't think that's what this is. I think he's just like, I mean, shit. I guess there just really, truly is adults out there that think this is funny. That's fine, I guess. You know, but I feel like I mention this in every single video I make about skit creators. But it's just such a good point, and it's a point that I think about so often that like I literally just have to keep talking about it. Bro, how would you explain yourself if somebody walked in the room while you're wearing like this shit? When you're like, you know, a full-grown 30-year-old man wearing a wig and acting like a fucking teenage girl. Like, what do you say? I mean, because like, surely at this point he just says he's making a skit and everyone around him knows. But it's like, if he wasn't as popular as he was, could you imagine someone walks in? What the fuck? I mean, what do you say? Dude, you're literally wearing a wig and talking like a teenage girl. You're fucked. Dude, you're going on the group chat, bro. Like you're not getting away from that. You're never escaping that. If somebody caught you mid skit, you will be the laughing stock. Nobody will ever let that down ever. And they shouldn't, because what the are you doing right now? Like, I understand that when it comes to skits like this, you obviously need characters, right? You need representation for the female character, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, bro, like, don't write a skit like this. You know what I mean? Like, sure. I mean, if the skit's already written, I guess you do need characters, but like, maybe just don't write skits about a little brother snitching on his sister, about like being pregnant and having multiple baby daddies. Like, what? Like, why did you make this, bro? What was the fucking point? I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Who's the other guy?
You mean to ask her, who are the other 6, 7 guys?
Oh, great heavens! Oh, great heavens!
I've fallen for the bait. You know, turns out the reason this skit was written was to be an elaborate 6-7 joke. 30, by the way. I just, you know, I know, you know, like the type of person who says full grown man, by the way, or like grown ass man, by the way, to everything. Yeah, I understand those people are kind of annoying, and I'm gonna try my best to not be that person this entire video, but I feel like right now is a really good time to just bring up the age again. He's 30, so, and he just said 6'7" while acting like a 10-year-old child. Look, I had to bring it up. You know, the point has to be brought up at least once or twice. I'll leave it there. But just for the rest of the video, remember, this is a 30-year-old man. Just remember that. Dude, I really just can't stop thinking about like walking in on this guy recording a skit. Because I feel like a lot of people, whenever they see skits like this, they can't imagine like how it was made, if that makes sense. Like they're served this product and they don't think about what it takes to make that product. So they don't think about the fact that like he didn't have this filter on when he was recording it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't just look like this, right? He was a 30-year-old full-grown man. He looked like this, and he was talking with a baby voice and saying 6'7". It's like, dude, I swear to God, I would love to see a behind-the-scenes video of like one of these skits. I honestly would. I honestly genuinely would. I think it'd be hilarious. It's like, I feel like a lot of people don't really think about that, but that's just the truth of it. This man was just like standing in his living room talking with a baby voice and saying that his older sister has 6-7 baby daddies. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, holy fuck. Some people got too much free time. And I get that this is his job, of course. I understand that he's at the point where like this is his full-time job, but it's like, bro, it wasn't always that. You know what I mean? At a certain point, this guy was working a 9 to 5, and on his free time, he was acting like he's 10. I just, look, good for you that it worked. You know, good that you could get out of that 9 to 5. I respect it. I do. It's just funny to think about. You know, it really is. That being said, though, you know, just to like actually talk about the video and not just the behind the scenes, that joke was fucking dog shit, dude. That was such a stupid joke. I mean, I get that you just wanted to make an elaborate 6-7 joke, and you know, I guess that was a way to do it. But like, you could have done better than that, man. I mean, Jesus, like that was shit. Whatever. We're moving on.
You failed. No, please, no. My parents said they're gonna get me a car if I pass and get my license. Well, you're gonna have to try another time. Is there anything I can do? Can I try again right now? You know what? I'll ask you a question. And if you can answer this right, I'll let you pass. Yay, thank you. Okay, listen carefully.
Okay, look, you know, dude, listen, what the f is this filter on this guy, right? Like, dude, what was the point of putting this on? Could you not have played this character just fine, just like you? It's not like you have a filter on at all times. There's multiple videos where it's literally just you. What is the point of putting this fucking long head ass filter on this guy? Okay, this doesn't matter, but it's like, what the f are you doing? Whatever.
Okay, there's an old man and a young kid in front of you. Okay, so what do you hit first? The old man, because the young kid has their whole life ahead of them. No, you hit the brakes. You failed.
Oh, great heavens!
Oh, and then cap cut outro. That's classy, man. I gotta say, it's a clever joke. It is. I mean, I still think that her answer was right, because it's like, f that guy. But yeah, you're old, you know, just like, get off the road, dumbass. But I mean, it was a clever joke. It was a clever joke. I do gotta say though, hey, maybe this guy is funny. Listen, man, whenever the video started, I realized that the main character, the driving character, was a woman. And I thought, you know, maybe there was going to be a reason for her to be a woman. Like, I thought something would be brought up that would be would make sense that it's the woman character and not just him. But I realize now that the whole point of him being a woman there was, of course, because women can't drive. That right there is probably the best joke. You know, that's probably better than the entire punchline. That's this guy might know ball. Honestly, Mark Adams, he might be a little funny. Because I thought there was gonna be something that made sense for it to be a woman. It turns out there was. Turns out there very much was. It was the fact that she failed her driver's test twice. So good joke. You guys get it, right? Because like women can't drive. You understand it? You understand why he went out of the way to put the women filter? Okay, you guys get it, I'm sure. Jesus Christ, dude. This other filter, again, no reason that this is a thing. I've got genuinely no clue why he made the driving instructor a tall-headed, big-nosed dude, but I at least get the other filter. I clocked that one. That's a good joke. And it's so clear that that's why he did it too, because there's literally no other reason for that to have been a woman. Like the punchline of the joke would have still hit if it was just him, you know, or if it was him as the child or whatever, you know, like the punchline, it would not have changed if he was anybody else, but he went out of his way. He took the time to make it a woman just to make the joke that women can't drive. And I respect it. It was a good effort, Mark Adams. I gotta give you one on this one. This is a good video. This is just because of that part. That was good. You officially get one free pass, Mark Adams, and it's this specific video. I'm giving you a pass on this one. That one was good. The other ones, gotta say the two before that one that we watched were pretty shit. Pretty bad jokes, but this one, you get it. Anyways, moving on.
Hey, Mr. Adams, how have you been feeling lately? Great! Those sleeping pills you gave me have been working fantastic. Really? Yeah, I've never been so relaxed in my life. Wow, that's so good to hear. But just make sure you're not taking more than one a day, okay? Oh, I don't take them. I give them to my wife.
Oh, great heavens!
Jesus Christ. Man, another zinger. Holy f***, another fantastic video. 2 in a row. 2 in a row is crazy, Mark. Oh my god, that's holy shit. He's on a roll, dude. He is on a roll. You get it? Cause like his wife's a bitch. You get the joke? You understand that he gives his wife the sleeping pills and he's super relaxed because well, just like everybody else, he f***ing hates his wife. It's a good joke. Look, if you really dig deep and you really think about it, it's a fantastic joke about how, you know, bitches be tripping. Women, am I right? Yeah, no, yeah, I'm right. that's fantastic, dude. No, really, it is actually a pretty good joke. I'm not giving him shit for making a sexist joke. I think it's hilarious, but it's like the fact that it followed a previous sexist joke is just, I mean, that's f***ing golden. That's like, these are all random, by the way. I went and clicked on a bunch of random ones. Like, I didn't do that on purpose. It's either like Mark Adams within the past year has changed his content so much where like every other joke is just sexist in a way. Or I got lucky, or I just got really lucky and found 2 f***ing bangers. Because he's right, women can't drive and bitches do be tripping. I hate my wife too, you know? Like, fuck, that's just a man, that's just a dude thing. You guys wouldn't get it, that's a dude thing. It's, leave a comment if you hate your wife too. That being said, I guess we'll move on. Oh, great heavens.
Sweetie, we're gonna play a game, okay?
Okay, Mommy, what game?
I'm gonna pour some soda, and then I'm gonna leave the room. But you can't drink it.
Okay.
And if you don't drink it, you get a prize.
Really?
And if you drink the soda, then your dad gets a prize. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay, Mommy. This is gonna be easy.
You sure about that?
Dad!
Sorry, I want...
Bro, why? Okay, I got a lot of questions here. Like, I got a lot of questions. First and foremost, a question that doesn't matter. Did you need to make the gulping sounds? Look, I know it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. Like, I know I'm just grasping at straws here, but it's like, bro, I mean, we see it. We understand that the drink is, like, he's drinking it currently. You did not need to, like, get into the microphone and make gulping sounds. That was a little too close. You're in my personal space now. It felt like you were in my head doing that. So just don't do that again, please. Second of all, you know, just second thing that's on my mind. Nobody's forcing you. Like, look, I get that you're playing a young character, but nobody is forcing you to call the mother character mommy. Literally nobody's forcing you to do that. If you said mom or mommy there, it would have been perfectly fine. And it's like, again, maybe I just think about these videos differently than I should, but every single one of these, I just imagine the behind the scenes, and it's literally just just like a 30-year-old man sitting at a table talking in a baby voice saying, "Okay, mommy." I have a problem with that. Okay, I do. And maybe I'm nitpicking. I am nitpicking. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like, bro, you don't need to do that. You truly do not need to do that. Just like, look, because now I can't get the image out of my head. You know, I can't, and it's gonna be there the whole time. Every single time I watch a video now from my favorite YouTuber, Mark Adams, I'm just gonna be thinking about this full-grown bearded man sitting at a table saying, "Okay, mommy," in a baby voice. So. Also, I think the whole like sex joke part was a little bit, you know, like that also wasn't needed. I mean, again, not a problem, but it's like I don't really think that adds to the story. If anything, I think it takes away from it a little bit because it's like, why are you testing your kid? And if the kid fails the test, then his parents, you know, get freaky. It's like, I feel like that's a reward for a failure. You know what I mean? It's like, look, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Maybe I'm digging too deep here. No, I definitely am. It's not even maybe. I definitely am overthinking it, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's a plot hole. I mean, why are you getting a reward for your son, the child that, again, you're the one responsible for? Right? You're supposed to be teaching the child. Why are you getting a reward for them failing? That seems a little bit counterproductive. Seems like you're kind of trying to raise a loser. That's just what it seems like, okay? And again, I'm overthinking it, but I don't know, man. I feel like you forced that one in there. I feel like you did, because I don't think it added to the story. I don't think it fit very well. I think you forced in a sex joke because you wanted to. I don't know, man. Look, I'm okay with sex jokes, but only if they're funny. And that one was forced. Not funny, dude. Do better. Do better.
Want that prize. I'm back. Oh, wow, sweetie. Good job. You won a prize, and your dad didn't.
Yay!
Oh, great heavens!
What? What the f was the point of that? So what was the joke? What? No, I feel like I'm missing something. What the f was actually like the point of that video at all? She says, "Hey, here's this Coke. If you don't drink it, I'll give you a prize. But if you do, I'll give your dad a prize." And so the dad drinks it, like frames the son, right? And I understood that part. I got that. But then the kid just puts more Coke in the cup and wins, I guess. I'm sorry, am I like missing something? Like, was that supposed to be the whole joke? Pours more of the Coke into the glass. I mean, like, yeah, man. No, that's. I'm sorry, I'm searching for a point, right? Because it's like this dude set up a camera and got into like 4 different costumes for this video. So like, surely there has to be a point. So I'm really searching for it. I just can't find it. What? What the fuck? What? Okay, so I just now realized that the title of this video is "Son Outsmarts Dad," laughing emoji, skull emoji, and I feel like that is confusing me a little more. Because it's like, did the son outsmart the dad? I don't feel like that was what happened there. Are we calling just putting more soda in the cup like outsmart? Like, holy f, that was a crazy play. No, he didn't. Son outsmarts dad. No, he didn't. No, he absolutely did not. What the f am I like? What am I watching? It's honestly hard to like make a conversation about this because it's just confusing the shit out of me. Am I stupid? Am I dumb? Because I mean, if so, that's fine. If the answer is I'm just stupid and don't get it, like that's totally fine. And I honestly kind of hope it is. But I don't think that's what's happening here. I think this is like an enigma of a video. Like this is like if I didn't know better, if I didn't know my bro Mark Adams, I would honestly think this is an AI generated video. Am I wrong for that? Like the plot of this video seems like something that ChatGPT would put together. It honestly really does. And I'm saying that because of course it just doesn't make sense. You know, and AI is really good at making videos that just don't make any sense. And dude, this actually follows the same, bro, I'm honestly convinced that this was written at least by an AI. I think Mark Adams has truly ran out of ideas and now he just goes to ChatGPT, hey, write me a skit. And ChatGPT knows him and knows his type of content, so it just like spews out a skit. I really think it's that, because this is following the exact same path as like a typical AI video, where it starts out with a really solid plot that makes sense, and then it gets convoluted and stupid. Like very quickly. I mean, this video, again, it started out as a challenge and then the dad frames the son and drinks the soda. That all makes sense. And then the ending happens and it's like, what? What the f just happened? What? That's every AI video. I'm telling you, that is every AI video. Go watch an AI video or an AI movie. I promise you, that is just what happens. It starts off great, ends like shit. And this is really, I don't know, man. This one's setting off the radar. I think this was AI. I don't know, man. That's not very honorable of you, Mark Adams. I get that you've made a career off of posting slop, just like dog shit skits where you act like you're 5. But if there's anything I expect from you, it's a little bit of honor, okay? And, you know, making AI create your skits is up, man. It's up. It truly is. You know, I hate to be the one to have to point that out to you because I thought we were bros, but like someone's got to say something about it. Someone has to say something about it. And I am like, I could be wrong. I could be on some tinfoil hat shit right here, but I think your skits are written by AI because this was ass. That's my only evidence. That's it. Only evidence I have is that this specific one, and to be honest, the other 4 that we watched was ass. It was really bad. So, yeah, it's AI, 100%.
So the right pedal is the gas pedal. The left pedal is the brake pedal. Press the right one, you go forward. You press the left one, you stop. Question, what happens if you press them at the same time? Press them at the same time? Yeah, I don't know. Give it a try.
Oh, great heavens!
Yeah, the good old-fashioned screenshot joke. I remember that joke from 2012. I mean, good one, man. No, that is some original content right there. Gotta say, you know, and I again, I hate to point this out, but I find it very funny that this is the same exact setup as the other driving one that we saw, you know? The exact same setup, right? The driving instructor looks the same. They're in the same car. It even says driving instructor. Like, it's pretty much the exact same, except there's just one key difference. And that is that in the video where the main character fails their driving test and is like genuinely bad at driving, what happens to be a woman. And in this video where no driving actually happens, and it's presumed that this guy is gonna pass the test or whatever, just so happens to just be you, and not a woman, just like you as a dude. I find that very interesting, man. I find that look, dude, I'm not saying anything. I just find it really interesting that was a thing that you did. Nah, it's definitely very clear that the first one is definitely a woman can't drive joke, which again, you know, is funny. But I just think it's hilarious how like this, I mean, I don't know how different in time these 2 videos were. I don't know when either of these were posted, but I think it's very funny that these were posted presumably in like the same time frame. And he decided, he's like, you know what, this one, a man would do this. A man would be asking the hard-hitting questions, and a woman would fail her driver's test twice. Which he's right. He's 100% right. I'm not knocking him. Yeah, it's just being observative. So that being said, I think we can just end it here. I don't really think there's any reason for me to keep watching these videos. Yeah, he really has not changed much. I gotta say, within the past year, I think the only big change that's happened is now he's got he just looks older. Yeah, he just looks a little older, and his favorite filter, the child filter, is it's betraying him. It's fighting back. It can no longer cover up the beard. It's trying its best, but it just can't do it. Yeah, I mean, still just as hilarious and unique and different as he was before. So look, new year, new me. Okay, I'm no longer gonna be an asshole. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna be a bully anymore. I'm gonna be nice from now on. And so I meant that. Okay, I meant that. I meant that. Fully. Hey, hi, how's it going? A few months ago, I made a video talking about people on Instagram that were cringe on purpose. Like, that's their entire content. That's the character they play, is just extremely, extremely cringe. Now, it is a bit, of course, but some of them are so good at it that you start questioning if it is a character. Actually, as a matter of fact, I got many comments talking about this guy that said this isn't a character. That's just kind of how he acts. Now, part of me wants to believe that because, I mean, let's be honest, he looks like the type of guy to be a little cringe. I'm not dissing the dude. It's just, he does look like the type of guy to like talk about Big Chungus in the back of the classroom. Like he just strikes me as that type of guy. So would it surprise me if he wasn't playing a character? No, not really. But I do still kind of think he is a character just because of how insane his videos are. But again, it's impossible to tell. It's completely impossible. I literally have people telling me that I'm wrong and that he isn't a character, and I don't know who to believe. It's like he's so good at playing the character, but he's also a little too good at playing the character. Or I feel like he's self-aware, and that makes me think it's a character. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if he wasn't so damn good at it, it wouldn't feel scripted. It wouldn't feel like he's playing it up. And it would be a lot easier to just believe this is the way he is, but it's just too good. So I can't believe it. I think this is an act. Anyways, that being said, since that video, I've had, first of all, a lot of people recommending me more accounts to look at, as well as just my Instagram For You page getting absolutely flooded with multiple people who do the same exact shit. I've got a lot of examples, okay? I'm gonna be honest, this video is gonna be pretty long because I've got so many different people that I can talk about. Starting with the person that was recommended to me the absolute most, the GOAT himself, Hepatitis. Now here's the thing, I've known about Hepatitis for a very long time now. I knew about him by the time that I made that first video. I just didn't include him because honestly, he's at the point where this shit isn't even cringe anymore. His character is, again, to just be as cringe as possible, but he's so very good at it, and he's been doing it for such a long time and just doing nothing but releasing bangers that the character's not cringe anymore. Honestly, this guy's pretty tough. Might be the toughest guy on Instagram. Look, I'll just show you his most recent post and you'll get what I'm saying, okay? You'll understand it immediately because, again, this guy, he's just too good at it. This guy's a fucking legend.
Valentine's Day is almost over. Are we going on a date?
Oh my god! I've got brutally framed by the ass, you fat Lito! Oh my god!
Okay. You know, again, he does nothing but just release hits. I mean, this is fantastic. If you somehow have never seen Hepatitis before, I think you can kind of understand the character he's going for. Honestly, the outfit itself just describes the character. I mean, he doesn't even have to do anything, and you can tell exactly what he's going for just by this absolutely beautiful Fortnite shirt that he wears in literally every video. I don't honestly think that I've seen a single Hepatitis video in the past like 6 months where he isn't wearing this Fortnite shirt. It's a rare sight. Finding a video where he's not wearing the Fortnite shirt it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It really truly is. And I gotta say, every single time that I do see a video where he isn't wearing the Fortnite shirt, I miss the Fortnite shirt. I want him to wear this shirt in every single video. That's like if I showed up in a t-shirt, you know what I mean? It wouldn't work. I have to be in the suit for the character to work. He has to be in the Fortnite shirt for his character to work. It's a requirement. Anyways, Hepatitis glaze aside, I find this video hilarious because there is like probably at least one person who legitimately skipped out on their Valentine's date because clavicular got frame mogged. Now, if you don't know what this is in reference of, the clavicular frame mogging, I am not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm not gonna do it. I would genuinely rather never post again than to explain on video what the clavicular frame mogging is. I just can't do it. I simply won't do it. Go find out, okay? Go find out, and once you do, you can come back, but I'm not going into it here. I do gotta say though, there are people out there who like genuinely cared about that shit, and it probably did affect him to this level, and I find that hilarious. I mean, that is essentially the reason why this type of content is so good. This like being cringe on purpose, overly playing up a character type of content. It's so good because every time you watch a video like this, it's in the back of your mind. Like, damn, there's really people out there who genuinely act like this. Like it's not a performance for them. It's not a clear character. Like, that's just how they conduct themselves. They go through life like this. That's what makes this funny. This content without actual real cringe people to think of as an example is not good content. Like, if there wasn't people out there who genuinely cared about the clavicular frame mogging, this would not be a funny video. But because there's people out there that probably did duck their girlfriend on Valentine's Day because of the clavicular frame mogging, this shit's hilarious. And I don't blame the dude either. I mean, it's a tragedy. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't believe the clavicular frame mogging. When I saw that clip, when I saw it happen, I rolled myself into a ball and cried for hours. I mean, I will never forget that moment. That's my 9/11. As a 20-year-old who was born after 9/11, if there's one moment in my life that was as impactful as 9/11 was on people who did witness it, I would say it was the clavicular frame mogging. So listen, if fellas, if you're out there and you decided to not partake in Valentine's Day bullshit with your girlfriend because of the clavicular frame mogging, I get it, and I'm there for you. I did the same thing. That's 100% why I didn't have a Valentine's this year. It is. It's not because I make silly little videos in a suit and tie instead of like, you know, talking to women. It's because clavicular got frame mogged and it ruined my whole month. So anyways, moving on.
This might actually be the funniest prank to pull at McDonald's. What would I like to order? Well, actually, give me fucking cheeseburger. Just kidding, I'll have a Big Mac.
So I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Even though I know it's a character, and even though like it's so painfully obvious that he's not actually like this, it still hurts to watch videos like this. It is still painful to watch this motherfucker say shit like that. I mean, I gotta say, banger ass reference, niche ass reference. I mean, the Cheeseburger song by Kill Carl is possibly one of the greatest masterpieces of our time. But it's definitely underrated, definitely pretty underground stuff. So, you know, the fact that Hepatitis knows about it and can reference it so perfectly in a hilarious video is just, it's showing. You know, this is what proves that Hepatitis is the fucking GOAT. Possibly one of the greatest accounts on Instagram, if not the greatest account. And this is perfect proof of it. I mean, because what a W, fantastic reference. And he's right, that would be a great prank to pull at McDonald's. It would be, okay? If nobody's done this, I mean, just to reinforce what he said, if you're a prank channel out there and you really want to get the wheels turning, you want to get started on your career, I gotta say, he's kind of cooking here. Maybe try it out. Maybe give it a shot, because this will probably work. Watches? Like, what the fuck is, what, dude, yeah, man, like, what the fuck is, what the fuck is the point of commenting this image? Watches. Sick, dude. Yeah. No, hey, same, man. Same. I probably look just like this when I watched it just a second ago. So never mind. You know, I was making fun of the image, but this shit low-key relatable as fuck. I agree. What the fuck? On the same video? What is this fucking meme? Where did this come from? It's just Speed and it says watches. Am I missing something? Is this like a new fucking thing? I mean, I get that it's a big joke to, like, you know, caption every single thing that Speed does. I'm tapped in with that. I've seen that one. Okay, I'm locked in there. What the fuck is this? Watches as a reaction image? It's just Speed looking at the screen and it says watch it. Motherfuckers are just running out of ideas. The Instagram comment section is the most cooked shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like, this is a perfect example. Why comment this? I've never once watched a video and thought of anything like this. Like, nothing I've ever seen in my life has conveyed this emotion to me. There's actually pretty much zero situations where I would ever think this is an appropriate thing to comment, you know, like this. I just don't know what kind of vibe this is fitting. I mean, like, what the f is that? I don't even, dude, how do you do that? How do you pull off that stance? I mean, you gotta think, like, the dude's got a sack. That man has balls, believe it or not. Where the fuck are they? Did he cut a hole in his floor? Like, what the, like, where's he storing them? Where the fuck are they at right now? Because I gotta say, I mean, if they're there, they're either A, crushed, or B, I don't know, fucking tiny, like, flat. I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Like, what? How do you do that shit? Okay, you know what? Whatever. Look, there's no reason to look at this. Literally not the point of the video. We're gonna move on. But, like, what the f? Yeah, man. Hey, great comment. Fantastic comment. I totally understand why you commented that image. It makes sense. You know, now that I think about it, I get it. We're on the same page for sure.
Cookies and milk, my favorite. Aww. Only if I had like a girl with boobs who could, like, fill up the cup with more milk because I ran out.
I mean, like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the f? I don't understand how every single video this guy posts just works. And it makes me fucking uncomfortable every single time. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how. Because, again, I know it's a character. I do 100% know it's a character. But it doesn't stop me from falling for the character every time. Not only how can he portray the character this well, how does he come up with these video ideas? That's a genuine question. That's a question that I actually want answered. How the fuck do you come up with a video idea like this? I mean, like, Jesus Christ, dude. What level of brainstorming has to happen where you're like, you know what? Let me drink a whole glass of milk and then talk about how I wish there was a woman to fill it up with breast milk. Yeah, that's fire, dude. I mean, look, it's a great video. It's a great video. And I gotta say, you know, it's a 10 out of 10 when it comes to the creativity. It's a 10 out of 10 when it comes to just the way he acted it out. I mean, again, it's great, but I gotta question it. How the f did you come up with this idea, dude? And the fart, you know, that it didn't have to be included. It really didn't. I think this video would have delivered the same message with or without it, but it did add to the allure of this character, the overall vibe of this character. So I get it. I understand that it was a sacrifice that had to be made. I wish it didn't, because that was fucking vile, dude. I mean, like, I don't even know how you like got a fart sound that sounded like that realistic. Like, that didn't sound like it was inserted to the video. It kind of had the same reverb as his voice, you know, just with the echo of the room. I would believe you if you told me that was real. I would. And honestly, I'm starting to lean towards that. I'm starting to think that was real. This shit awesome. I'm so hard. I mean, we're fried. We're cooked. We as a generation, just all of us, like what the fuck? Okay. I hope that one day there's a law that gets passed that removes the ability to be anonymous on the internet. And I hope that one day we all come to the conclusion that fuck it, let's put everybody's identity on every account that they have, just their full name and face on every account. I hope that one day the account that posted this comment is just his full name with his face there, just so he can take accountability of this fuck ass comment. Because Jesus Christ, dude, I think the ability to be anonymous on the internet is the absolute downfall of our entire generation. Because motherfuckers are able to scroll onto a video like this and comment some shit about how it made them hard. You know, like that's just a thing you can do. Think about how fucking insane that is. You're able to just make a random Instagram account that has nothing to do with you and tell people about how a video they made you hard. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the human race is supposed to have that amount of power. I really don't. I don't think we were built to have that power. Because think about it. There was no equivalent to that 60 years ago. You know, guess you could send an anonymous letter, toss a letter in the mailbox, but that doesn't have the level of instant gratification that this does. Like, this dude was able to drop that comment and then just immediately scroll on to a next video as if nothing happened. And he knew damn well in that moment that probably 15 people saw it immediately, that second. Again, I don't think we're supposed to have that amount of power. I really don't. The way you bent down and showed us your butt maxing was so tough. Yeah, dude. Bomb the planet. I think at this point that's kind of the only answer. Just start over. At a certain point, we fucked up. I think it was with the invention of the internet. So let's just start over. Let's just hard reset. Next time, maybe let's stick to banging rocks together. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, because I think we've gone too far. Innovation has pushed to the point that is catastrophic. Even 5 years ago, a comment like this would be a genuine crime. This is every comment section now. I mean, butt maxing. But, okay. Nice, dude. Hey, W comment. Pass me that little bro. Fucking Christ. We're just gonna move on. Dude, what the f? Anybody in this comment section could be our president in 20 years. I don't mean to just throw that at you. I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm just being honest, you know? At any point, the dude who just said, pass me that little bro, could run the fucking country. You know, like, we're next up. Do you guys realize that we're next up? Has it clocked to you yet that we gotta step up at a certain point? I'm not trying to be the fun sponge. I'm not trying to come in here and say that you can't, you know, comment some shit like, pass me that little bro. But like, let's just make sure that there's an expiration date on this type of behavior. You know, again, you can do whatever you want. If you want to say some ass shit like that, go right ahead. Just, again, have a deadline in mind. Like, hey, maybe when I'm 30, I'm gonna stop saying shit like this. I'm gonna stop acting like this in the Instagram comment section because I have to, like, I don't know, get my life together. That shit is fat though, so I get it. It's actually a super base comment, and I'm just a hater because that shit's real. I wish he would.
People after high school be like, time to spend $50,000 on school and also to be a nerd or something like that. Me after high school be like, finally I have literally the rest of my life to play Fortnite and video games. People after
I've been saying this shit. I've been saying this shit. You guys know that you can just do that, right? You guys understand that that's a thing you can do. That is an answer. Everybody's graduating from high school and immediately like getting a degree. I'm gonna go get a job. Dude, what the fuck? You know that you could just stay at home all day, every day and play Fortnite, right? You know that you could do that. It's like these motherfuckers don't even know that's an option. Whatever, bro. They clearly just don't get it. They don't get that that's an option. They don't understand that they could just do that. That's fine. Go get your degree. I'm gonna stay home, actually. I'm gonna stay in my mom's house for the rest of my life playing video games, and you can't stop me. And if you're an impressionable child out there that hasn't graduated yet, if there's any piece of advice that I could give you, it's A, your teachers are wrong about everything and they're dumb. Not you. You're much smarter than all of your teachers. They're stupid. They're wrong about everything. And then the other thing that I could tell you is that college is actually not a good idea at all, ever, at all. And you should 100%, the second you graduate, take like 14 gap years to just play video games. I mean, why the f wouldn't you? It's video games, dude. They're awesome. Like everybody f***ing graduates and like gets a job, goes to get degrees, and it's like, dude, yeah, I'm gonna play Halo with my friends. Like, what? Idiots, dude. Yeah, do that. That's my advice. Do that. Anyways, now that I've saved your future, we're gonna move on from Mr. Hepatitis. Because sure, he is the GOAT, and I could sit here and watch every single video he's ever posted ever, and probably find just as much joy in each and every one of them. That's not why we're here, though, okay? That's not why we're here. So another person that I see on my For You page pretty much constantly is this guy, Brody Bowling. Or bowling, or I don't know, dude. Brody. This dude kind of just came out of nowhere. Before 2025, I have never seen this dude ever. Like, it genuinely seems like within 1 year, he went from, nothing to just like owning Instagram. I see him all the time. The dude completely blew up within the past year, and he did it making the worst, cringiest videos that I've ever seen in my life. Now, sadly, his best work is typically videos where he's dancing to a trending audio in a very cringe way. But obviously, I can't watch those ones because they would just get copyrighted. And then I could cut the audio out, but then it wouldn't make sense because it's like a dancing video. It's a tough spot to be in, okay? It's a tough spot to be in. So sadly, his best content can't really show it, but just because that's the best thing he does, doesn't mean it's the only thing he does. He's actually got multiple videos that don't include dancing to a song, and they're just as bad. Honestly, some of these are more cringe. So, get ready, I guess.
Hey, yo, who tried to be my Valentine's on Valentine's Day as friends? But just as friends, and we just hang out, and maybe I buy someone chocolates on Valentine's Day coincidentally as friends.
Does that shit work? Look, listen, I know that he's making this video and playing the character to like make fun of this, but like, I gotta, does that work? Is that the secret sauce I've been missing this whole time? Is just be like entirely platonic friends? That might be it, dude. This shit might work low key. I mean, it almost got me. It almost did. I thankfully saw past the facade and realized that he was being flirtatious. But he almost got me. I almost left a comment. I almost accepted it. I almost did. Cause it sounds like a great time. There really is people out there that like genuinely do this shit though, and I think it's so fucking funny. Like, bro, you're just delaying the inevitable. You're trying so hard to be her friend and like slowly shift into the dude. If she doesn't want you now, she's especially not gonna want you after you literally place yourself in the friend zone. I mean, dude, honestly, she's got an easy choice, just saying no and keeping you there for the rest of your fucking life. So what I'm saying is, this is not the secret sauce you've been missing, okay? I was joking earlier. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting pretty good at this shit. That was a joke. Do not do this again, because I'm known for giving fantastic advice. If there's any advice I could give you, don't do this, because you're kind of just boning yourself. You've literally planted yourself in the friend zone. At that point, like, there's no escape. But again, there's still people out there that very much do this, and this guy is so good at playing the character that I honestly believe it's him. He's just simply too good at it. I could imagine him saying these things and actually meaning it. I really could, which I guess is a compliment, because like that means he's good at his job, which is to. I meant it in that kind of way. Just by the way, Brody, I was not dissing, sir. I meant it in a compliment. Like, you're good at your. Okay, you get it.
Whoa, I think I look pretty cute right now, but I know something that would make it better. I fancy this. What do you guys think? You like it?
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Listen, this is something that I've said probably 1,000 times when talking about skit creators, but I just realized that it's definitely worse for cringe creators. How can you do this? You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you come up with this idea and then actually physically set up the camera and act it out? Because all we get to see is the finished product after he puts on the filter, or if there's a background audio or whatever. Like, we only see the finished product. We don't actually see the steps in making it. But you got to think about it. This dude's sitting in an empty room, left with nothing but his thoughts, and he has to say this corny ass shit. I mean, like, dude, I don't think I could do it. I really don't. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't think I could make a video like this. Maybe if I knew for a fact that it would work, you know, like I had an incentive to make the video because I just know it's gonna get good views. I could muster it up, right? I could eventually get it out. But just like as a throwaway video that I make for fun, I could do this shit. Bro, imagine for a second that somebody were to walk in while he's doing this. Imagine somebody comes in the middle of him saying that shit. What does he tell them? I mean, what? Like, how does he explain himself? Because I think about this shit all the time. Like, if I were in the middle of making a video and somebody walked in my room, this would be very difficult to explain. It would. I mean, I'm dead ass sitting here with a suit on, no pants. I get the comment all the time. I'm just gonna. I planned on never revealing this, but you know, I might as well. No pants, just the top of a suit, talking about some shit that nobody cares about. This whole setup is already difficult to explain, and I gotta be honest, it's easier to explain than what the he's doing, you know? Because it's like, at the end of the day, I always have the cop-out answer of like, oh, I'm just talking about cringe shit. Like, no, I'm making fun of him. I'm not the weird one. I swear to God, I'm making fun of him. I've got an answer already prepped and ready. What the does he say? Especially on this one. What would his explanation be? I think I'd off myself right there. Honestly, I think blowing my shit smooth off would be much easier in that moment than explaining what the I'm doing. That would be my personal answer, but you know, I'm sure he's got something else in mind.
If you're a girl, duet me. Try not to blush, smirk, smile, or giggle sharp. Here we go, round one. I'm gonna start off easy with a seems
dude, slow down. Relax. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta process what you just giggle shard. Try not to blush, smirk, smile, or giggle shard. The is a giggle shard? Like, how did you come up with that? Why is that what you? I don't care. So I fail. Is that what you're saying, Brody? I fail. I didn't blush. I definitely did not blush. You can run back the footage. Did not blush. But I did smirk. I did smile. And while I don't think I giggle sharded, I definitely giggled. I chuckled. There was a chortle there for sure. No shart though, so I'm just confused on the rules, if I'm being 100% honest. I'm really trying to play fairly, so like I guess let me know. Anyways, you know, again, just to go back on the point of like how can he do this? How do you sit in front of a camera and act this shit out? Like, I commend him. I'm gonna be honest, I commend him. That's a level of courage that I don't think I'll ever have in my life, because what the dude, like, I don't think there's a single reality in which I pounce at a camera and growl like a wolf. I won't do it. I will not do it. There's no incentive in the world that can make me do that. Christ, dude.
It's like some of you failed that round, which I don't blame you. But it seems like you've made it on to the next round, round 2. I'll go a little bit lighter and be hi, darling.
This dude's really good at this, and I hate it. I mean, I am extremely uncomfortable right now. I am. I mean, literally just him looking at me like right now, I feel like he's in the room with me. You know, like this video makes me feel like he's right above my shoulder, just like whispering in my ear. This shit's fucking creepy, dude. Like this, he's an unsettling guy. And I'm sure, listen, this goes for everybody I'm talking about here. I'm sure they're cool in real life. Okay, I'm sure when the camera's down, when they're not in character, they're totally cool. Surely he's not this uncomforting in person. You know, but it's just here, you know, like when he is in character, it's hard to imagine that he is cool. You know what I mean? Kind of hard to believe that he's not just this all the time, because he's just too fucking good at this. This shit is, it's kind of terrifying, but moving on.
Darling. Seems like someone passed. I guess I wouldn't blame you if you did fail. If you're a girl, do at me.
Dude, what the fuck? There's absolutely zero fucking chance that's real. There's no chance. There's no chance that in the middle of this corny ass shit, his mom called him to go to school. There's literally no chance. But if that is real, that's fucking hilarious. I mean, before class, bro, that's diabolical. That means that you were thinking about this all night. You dreamt of this moment. Like first thing in the morning, you get up, you get ready, and you record a fucking video like this. That's diabolical work, bro. So I don't believe that actually happened. And if it did, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really want to know, because that's fucking insane. I think I just giggle sharded. Yeah? Same, twin. Jesus fucking Christ. You think you giggle sharded. So what does that mean? So what does that mean? Because like, why are you unsure? You know, because I mean, personally, I think if I were to claim that I giggle sharded, I would be 100% certain. Like if I did something that I could classify as a giggle shart, I wouldn't be confused about it, right? Because like I just feel like that could only mean one thing. You know what I'm saying? So I guess my question is like, why are you not confident in your answer? You know, why do you think you did it? Because that just like leads me to believe that like you did something close to it, and like that's even weirder, because like what could be close but not a giggle shart? Like, you know, there's just a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions here. But yeah, dude, fantastic comment. Thanks for letting me know, at least, you know, like if there's anything I could commend you on, it's that you told me, so thanks. Same, twin. Yeah, no, sick, dude. I genuinely feel digitally through the screen, Brody. I mean, like, what? That's gotta be the best comment I've ever read in my life. I genuinely feel digitally molested through the screen. You know, that's a little intense. That's a bit far. I gotta say, I think he's being a little dramatic, just a little bit. But that is low-key a real comment. I get what he's saying. I do. I get what he's saying. I understand why he would feel that way. I kind of feel that way too. The way he was looking at me throughout this entire video, the way that he like pounced at me and growled in my ear, it felt like he was right here. I felt like he touched me at least once. So yeah, no, I get it. I understand the comment. All right, well, I think that's enough, Brody. I think we can safely move on from Brody. To be honest, I just don't want to watch another video from him, because that one genuinely did make me feel uncomfortable. I know it's a character. I know that was the whole point of it. It worked. Okay, that's again, it's just a compliment. Like it worked. He made me feel uncomfortable after trying to make me feel uncomfortable. Good job, Brody. You win. I'm moving on. We're not watching Brody again, because I don't want to see his face. Anyways, that being said, we're moving on to another person whose face is honestly a little bit creepier than Brody's. Actually, that's like kind of his whole thing, is that he looks like a fucking Ken doll, and he just does cringe shit, and it's creepy as fuck. I'm sure you're confused. You have no idea what I'm talking about, so I'm just gonna show you a video, because it will explain exactly what I'm talking about immediately.
You think the devil has horns? Well, so did I. But I was wrong. His hair is curly. He wears a suit and tie. He's nice.
Okay, dude. Listen, I gotta say, I love that he's throwing shade at the biker community, because they are this cringe. I mean, honestly, the funniest part about this video is that like pretty much everything he's doing, I guess except for the fake pregnant stomach and the wolf hands. Other than that, every other thing he's doing is a thing that bikers post unironically all the time. Like, I have seen this exact video with this exact song posted on multiple biker accounts in an attempt to actually look tough. So, you know, good job, Ryan. Very, very topical video. You get a point from me, but plot aside, I think you can get exactly what I was talking about earlier, that this guy's entire thing is just that he like is kind of uncomforting in every way. Like, look at his face. This is probably gonna sound like I'm being a massive hater, and you know, in some ways I probably am. I think out of everybody I've talked about in this video and in the previous Cringe video, I think this is the only person that would not be cool in real life. And I'm not saying that because of the way he acts. Like, I'm sure he is cool in real life. I'm sure a conversation with this guy would be cool or whatever. It's just like, the reason I say he wouldn't be cool in real life is more like, I don't think he'd be cool to be around, because this is the only person where his looks are the reason he's cringe. You know, like this dude, the fact that he looks like that and it's so jarring, he literally looks like a Ken doll. That's what's cringe about him. Like, I don't think I could look him in the face for more than 10 seconds without just being uncomfortable. Whereas someone like Brody has to actively try to look like this, you know, just to look creepy in every way. This guy, that's just how he looks. That's just how he looks. And I respect him for understanding that's how he looked and playing into it. I do. Okay. And again, I'm sure a conversation with him would be just fine. I just personally could not ever be around him.
Copyrighted music. Hey, hey, copyrighted music. You know I gotta mute that copyrighted music. Hey, hey, copyrighted music. Yeah.
I'm really not trying to be a broken record. I'm not trying to just say the same thing over and over again. It's just, I don't know how I'm not supposed to. Dude, how do you do this? How the do you do this? How do you actually set up your phone and record yourself doing this shit? It's unfathomable. I feel like I could really want it. You know, I feel like I could be in a position where I really want to make a video like this, and I genuinely wouldn't do it, because this is fucking, I mean, like, what are you doing, dude? What the fuck are you doing? And honestly, the funniest part about it is that he's obviously doing it in a satirical way and like trying to look cringe as fuck. But this is literally a reference to a video that somebody made not satirically. Like, that's an exact reference to this video that this person made, like genuinely thinking it was a cool thing to do. You know, it's not like that. I mean, if there's anybody to make fun of in this situation, it's definitely them. But again, dude, the fact that he could just like set up a camera and actually do this shit is insane to me. I can't get over just how creepy this dude is, just like when he's not doing anything. I mean, look at the way he's looking at me right now. He's not doing anything. He's not like making a face. I mean, his head's tilted, but that's it. The only thing he's doing is tilting his head, and I am extremely uncomfortable. The dude's just kind of creepy. I don't know why, but he's scaring me. I think it's because he looks like he's a statue. He was fucking chiseled out of marble. He doesn't look real. I don't know. Like, if you told me that this was an alien pretending to be a person, I would believe you. This is a fucking skinwalker, you know? Like, I don't know. There's something about him. Okay, there's something about him that makes it fucking scares me. Would have done numbers in 2016. As much as I hate to admit it, he's 100% right. This would have done great in 2016, and not like in the way that it's framed here, where it's satirical. No, like, he could have posted this in a very serious manner, and it would have done numbers in 2016, because this shit was tough in 2016, 100%. Shit's low-key tough now, but
when my eyes turn red, run.
Okay, dude, you didn't have to. All right, we're just gonna move on from Ryan. I did not have to smear shit on the wall. Like, I mean, fuck Christ, dude. It's already bad. It's already bad. You already have I mean, dude, you're already a creepy dude. Just by yourself. You don't even have to have any of this shit on, and you're creepy. There's something about you. You've got a fake pregnant stomach for some reason. I don't even know what the bit is here. You just have it on, and then you've got the wolf paws. You're saying this corny ass shit. Your eyes are literally red. We've got all of this stuff, and you still decide that you have to smear shit on your wall. I don't think that was needed. That was not a needed thing. It really wasn't. It was already cringe, bro. You already succeeded in your goal. You didn't have to do this shit. Yeah, dude, I don't even want to look at this guy anymore. We're gonna move on.
Funny Memes in the grocery store challenge 1, 2, 3, go.
Say it, don't spray it, man. Come on.
Really?
Oh, now you need some milk. Oh. Mom, get the camera. MLG. Okay, can y'all make this the most liked egg on TikTok?
I think if I watched this in the beginning of this video, I think I would have more to say about it. You know, I think it would have affected me a little bit more. But now that we're this far in, this is probably the least cringe thing I've seen, which is saying a lot because it's, you know, literally two dudes in public, just like out loud exclaiming 2016 memes. Like this is 100% a very cringe video. But I just don't care. This is honestly a refresher. I mean, like, especially after that last one, this is nice. This is good content right here. And I also got to say, this is the only type of like in public content that I'm cool with. I think prank channels need to just all morph into this shit, just being as cringy as possible in public. That's fine. They're not, you know, like throwing shit into people's baskets or making old people believe that you just scammed them with the Cash App sound. You know, like they're not doing that shit. Okay, they're making themselves look like fools, and I respect that.
Wait, did I just cheers myself? No. Into my mouth you go.
It's like, it's f***ing horrible, dude.
Yo, Gert.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we're just going to end it there. Listen, I think it's important to reiterate that I do think that these people would be cool in person. I do. Okay. I 100% do. I don't have any problem with anybody here except for maybe the last guy. Again, he's kind of creepy. If anything, again, I think this is a compliment. me being this uncomfortable from their videos is a compliment because that's their goal. Okay, at the end of the day, that is their goal. They are trying their best to be as cringy as possible. Their mission is to make me uncomfortable, and they did it. They did it very well. I think in my last video that I did talking about people like this, I mentioned at some point that I just didn't want to keep seeing it. I think at some point I said that it's like infected my For You page and that I was like tired of it. I will say I take back that statement. You know, since that video, it's actually gotten a lot worse. There's a lot more of this type of content on my For You page. But my mindset has changed about it. I actually really fuck with this shit. This is honestly some of the best stuff on the entire internet. I'm gonna be honest, it is. And the reason I say that is because you're always gonna see cringe shit. You know what I mean? Like there's really no escaping it. So it's like, would you rather see the real cringe shit where people are acting like this, not satirically, and this is just how they are, and it is actually genuinely infuriating? Or would you like to see a very well acted version of that by people who are actually really funny and creative and can play a character well? Personally, I prefer that. You know, personally, I would much rather see Hepatitis on my For You page than, you know, some random dude who acts like Hepatitis' character. I would. Okay, I 100% would. And I think anybody who disagrees with me on that is kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest, you're kind of weird. Hey, how's it going? iPad kids. Now, they've been a thing on the internet for a very long time. There's been some insanely notorious videos of iPad kids over the past like 10 years. I know there's that one of that, like, I don't know what kind of accent she's got. I don't know where she's from, but it's that kid with the accent. She's like fully crashing out. She says, give me my fucking iPad. Just like fully screaming at her parents. I know there's that video. And then there's that one video which could be fake, but you know, there's the video of the woman going through her apartment that had just been ravaged. Like, it looks like a bear tore her apartment to pieces. And the caption says that her like 13-year-old son did it because she took away his iPad. Like I said, there's some very notorious videos. Okay, there's some insane shit that these children have done. And in a lot of ways it makes sense. You know, like an iPad is not a parent. So when you just like give the kid an iPad and forget about him, expecting the iPad to raise them, it tends to not do a very good job. You know, it tends to kind of fail. So it makes sense that there's some pretty insane videos. But what I've noticed recently, or really just within the past like 2 or 3 years, is that with how normalized things like cell phones and iPads and, I mean, really just technology in general is, I've noticed that now it's like totally fine to give a kid an iPad and just let it raise him. Right? Like, I feel like just a few years ago, if you did that, it was seen as like you were a terrible parent. And I mean, it still is, right? Like you still definitely are a terrible parent, but I just feel like it's way more normalized. Like I genuinely feel like every parent is doing that right now, or like 90% of them. It's honestly just kind of the thing to do now. Like if you're not giving your kid an iPad, what are you doing? You know, like like your kid's not on YouTube Shorts for like 8 hours a day. Are you even parenting him? I've noticed that's kind of the mindset that parents have recently, and it's led to these iPad kid videos going from like once in a blue moon you'll see a video of a iPad kid just crashing out to now it's kind of everywhere. Like I see this shit all the time. It's a very normal occurrence, and it's getting to the point where like some of these videos genuinely scare me. You know, I'm not one to like talk down on like younger people or the next generation, right? I typically think that's pretty stupid. Honestly, I kind of hate it whenever, you know, older generations do talk down on younger generations as if, you know, like they were any different. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you guys were raised with different things in a different time period, but it's like, dude, they're gonna turn out just as well as you did. So, you know, I don't typically indulge in the making fun of the younger generations, but I do gotta say that this shit, it kind of scares me because like you know, some of these videos, I'm like, I look at them and the first thing that I think is, how the fuck will they ever get over this? Like how is this not gonna affect them and the way they think for the rest of their lives? Like this first video is honestly the video that gave me the idea to make this, because I saw this the other day and it's really not like that big of a deal, but there was something about it that just really, you know, it made me think like, what the fuck are kids growing up with now? It's genuinely, it's kind of scary.
Oh, hell
So, okay, again, this is not that big of a deal. It's really not. But it's like, whenever I was a kid, I had a tablet when I was growing up. I definitely was not this young whenever I was given a tablet. Like I was definitely older, but I was still a kid, you know. And I remember like the background for mine. I think it was Ninja Turtles. I think I had a Ninja Turtles background on my tablet when I was a kid. Like that to me makes sense, right? Those are characters that are like very distinguished. They've got a ton of shows. You know, they've been around for a long time. There's comic books, there's movies, all this shit, right? And so it makes sense, you know, for these characters that have a lot of story and a lot of lore behind them. It makes sense for me as a kid to look up to them enough to put them as my background and think they're the coolest thing ever. So like, why does this guy have Tung Tung Sahur as his background? Like, because again, I put a lot of value into, you know, characters like Ninja Turtles, right? Because, you know, they were something to look up to. That was the entertainment. What value does this kid put into Tung Tung Sahur? Like, why is he looking up to this character that is literally a piece of wood with a baseball bat? Like, I mean, that's literally all he is. That is entirely all he is. The meme literally started as just an AI generated picture of a piece of wood holding a baseball bat, and it was saying some stupid shit. Like that is literally the creation of this character. Right? So like, how the fuck did a character that was made like that get to this point where kids are seeing them as like their favorite character? That's crazy to me. That's I genuinely don't get it. And look, you could say that it's not that deep. Okay, you could tell me it's not that deep, that he has that as his background, but I would say it is that deep. Okay, I would say it is. You got to be pretty important to be the background of the tablet or the iPad. You have to be, okay? Because as a kid, the background to your device was pretty important. I'd say I put more thought when I was 10 into, you know, my tablet's background than I ever have into politics. You know, like it's that deep. It's that serious. So, you know, for him to go out of his way to put Triple T on the lock screen, it just makes me think there's something there, that this kid like really looks up to this character. And it's like, how? First of all, first question, how? Second question, why? Is there not 1,000 other characters that are actually well written and like have genuine story that you could put as your background? Or is that, or, you know, even worse, are you just like, do you just not know of these characters? I saw a video the other day, genuinely made me feel like the oldest person on the planet. I think it was one of those challenges where like they bring in kids and like one of them is an adult and like trying to act like a kid. You know what I'm talking about? And they ask questions to try to find out who the adult is. I'm pretty certain it was one of those challenges. And one of the hosts asked this kid, like, what cartoons they watch. And the kid was like baffled by the idea of cartoons. He was like, what's a cartoon? Like he genuinely had no idea what cartoons were. I didn't even know that was a thing. How do kids not know that? This kid literally said it. He was like, oh, I just watch YouTube shorts. What the fuck? Is that normal? Is that actually normal? Are kids actually just growing up off of YouTube shorts? Or is that one specific kid just living a shit life? Let me know. Okay, let me know. Because I don't know. I'm not tapped in with the kids. I don't know. I've got no idea. But that video made me feel like I was 90. I'm young. I'm a youngin', you know? I'm still hip. That was fucking stupid. Still hip. I'm not, you know, I'm not that old, but that made me feel like I felt like I gained arthritis from that video. Like it made me that old. It added years to my life just hearing this kid talk about how he doesn't know what cartoons are. But I mean, shit, I guess, you know, if that is normal, if that is just like how kids are growing up now, this kind of makes sense, you know? Like he is kind of the guy on YouTube Shorts, you know? I really hope it's not that, but it's like, I don't know. Again, I think it's stupid to look down on younger generations and be like, oh, they're screwed when they grow up. But at the same time, I feel like it's kind of hard not to when you see shit like this and you're like, how the f are they going to be able to grow up and fix the amount of brain rot they gained when they were 5? I feel like at this level, this has to have some lasting effects. It absolutely has to, 100%. And if this doesn't, I know for a 100% fact that this will.
You know what? I'm gonna mind my business. I have nothing to say. I'm gonna mind my business.
I'm like, I don't even know. Like, what the f*** he even got going on there? This kid is dead ass propped up on the couch with a I'm like 98% sure that's Lanky Box. He's got a Lanky Box video on the iPad, right? And he's got the typical, you know, child rubber case with a handle. You know the one. And then he's watching, I would assume YouTube Shorts on the phone. Yeah, no, it looks like he's got YouTube Shorts on the phone, a Lanky Box video on the tablet, and he's playing, I literally have no idea what the f he's playing on the Switch. That looks like, is that fucking Roblox? Is that like a first-person shooter on Roblox? I mean, genuinely, like this is the embodiment of an iPad kid. This kid fell directly into the stereotype. This is honestly insane. He's got Lanky Box on the iPad, YouTube Shorts on a phone, and he's playing fucking Roblox FPS shooter whatever on the Switch. I mean, like I don't think I genuinely do not think I could even do this. I don't think I could watch a video, watch shorts, and play a game at the same time and comprehend anything that's going on. And maybe I'm just slow. Maybe this little kid's, you know, maybe he's quicker. Maybe he's sharper than I am. I'm willing to admit that, whatever. Maybe I'm just slow, but I do not think I could possibly do this shit and like actually keep up with anything that's going on. And I guess that's not to say that he can keep up with it either. You know, I'm sure he can't fucking write an essay on the Lanky Box video after it's done. I'm not saying he's fully locked in, but the fact that he even set this up means that he enjoys doing this. I think I would get extremely pissed off and annoyed at like everything going on. It would be way too much. This shit would stress me out, and this kid's just like, this is just his constant. Yeah, I mean, I also don't know what I would do in this situation. Like if I was the parent, I walked up and my kid was doing this shit, I think I would just mind my business too. Like this conversation's out of my league, dude. This kid's cooked. I f***ed up somewhere. And I'm just gonna have to live with it because this kid is dead ass. He's triple timing it, dude. I mean, I don't even know what to like call this. Is this a short attention span or a good attention span? You know what I mean? Like, is it that he's got such a shit attention span that he needs all this shit going on at the same time? Or is it that he's got such a good attention span that he can just like keep up with 14 different things going on? I literally can't tell. Either way, this is going to have lasting effects. 100%. It will. Like, I think you just can't even make this shit up. I did not know that Italian brain rot was like actually something being consumed by children. I genuinely didn't know that. I thought that it was like, I mean, it was clearly made to be like an extremely ironic take on other brain rot characters, right? Like it was made to just be like throwing shit at the wall. But I thought everybody knew that. I thought I thought that was the whole joke, right? Like that it was stupid as shit. I didn't realize like the content was genuinely being consumed by children, but turns out it's like a big thing. I mean, I almost want to say that this video is like staged, but it's clearly not. But that's just where my mind immediately goes to, because I did not know that shit was being consumed at all. Look, I know that I definitely grew up with some stupid shit. I know I did, okay? And I know everybody in my generation did. Like the MLG edits and all the bullshit, that was stupid. I will 100% agree with that. But like, bro, Italian brain rot is like genuinely AI generated stupidity. Like that's the whole point of it. The whole point is to be as stupid as possible. And it was made by a computer. Like this shit is not meant for human consumption. Like, dude, look, I'm not saying that the shit I grew up with is any better, but I'm kind of saying the shit I grew up with is better, because what the fuck? I don't think that this is meant for the human brain to comprehend. And these kids are like constantly watching it. I mean, that's fucking bizarre. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, look, to be fair, when I was a kid, I probably would have had the exact same reaction. Okay, to be fair, I'm not, I'm not gonna, I mean, I will say, considering what he was watching, is it really that deep? Do you really need your Italian brain rot back that bad? I mean, yeah, I gotta say, but I will also say that just like, I probably would have done the same shit when I was a kid. And not even because of the shit that I was watching or the fact that I can't last a second without my iPad, but more just like, why the fuck are you messing with me? Like why are you touching my shit? So to be fair, it's not like that crazy of a reaction. I do not think that his reaction was the craziest part of this video at all. I think the craziest part of this video is the fact that he was unironically watching Italian brain rot and like enjoying it. I guess that shows how tapped in with the trends I am. Not very, because I did not actually know that this shit was being consumed at any level. I just thought that it was something stupid to laugh at. I guess I was fucking wrong. I guess I was. We got kids like genuinely looking up to Tung Tung Sohor. I had no idea.
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh my God. What the f, dude? I mean, first things first, gotta say, personally, if I was in this situation, you can have it, bro. You can have it. I'm not touching it. I'd be stepping back. I mean, look at him. He looks like he's ready to die for that iPad. He does not play about this shit at all. He looks like he would beat the absolute piss out of me. And I personally don't want the smoke. So I wouldn't have done anything. Like, I don't even know how to categorize this. Is this an iPad kid or is this just like a badass? I can't really tell what's going on here. Does he value his iPad so much that he would assault somebody, or is he just about that shit? Does he just like not accept shit from anybody? Because I mean, if it's that, then like fucking good for him, honestly. That's how they should be raised. But if it's the iPad part, like, dude, what the f do you have on that iPad that would make you want to fight your mother over it? I mean, you gotta have some like S tier games. I'm talking, this dude somehow downloaded 2018 Fortnite on that goddamn iPad. Like, I don't know what he did. It could be that deep. It could be. Motherfucker got the last known copy of Flappy Bird on that iPad. Maybe he's just defending it with his life. If it was that, I would understand. But I'm just gonna assume that it's not that. And like, dude, you can't need it that bad, bro. You're ready to throw hands with your mother over this iPad. And also, I gotta say, I can genuinely not believe that he's speaking to his mother like this. That's fucking crazy. I think even now, if I playfully said this to my mom, she'd ricochet a ladle off the back of my head. Like, dude, I would get the piss beat out of me if I was that age. Oh my God. And again, now I still think she'd do that shit. What the fuck, man? Like, this kid's either got balls of steel or his mom is a fucking pushover. Either way, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, it can't be that important, bro.
What do this say? Huh?
It says, I'm really sorry about your iPad. I was just walking.
Walking.
Okay, I gotta immediately, right off rip, gotta say, I f with this guy. He's sick as shit. He doesn't play into that like bullshit. The rules. Oh, you can't touch the elf or it'll lose its magic. Bullshit. It's a toy. Okay, and I like that he just understands that immediately. Because he just fully grabbed the dude. Hey, he touched your stuff. It's kind of free game. Yeah, it's got a free game. He was fucking with the pad. That's sacrilegious, you know? I say he deserves that shit.
What did he do to it? Open it. Turn it on.
Why'd you do that?
Let's see if it's broke.
Why'd you freaking do that?
Oh my Christ. What? Yo, dude. Oh my God. Holy shit. He's bro. Look, okay, a few beatings, that's fine. You know, smacking him around a little bit, punching him, whatever. You just banged that motherfucker. You snapped his spine clean in half. Like, he's actively trying to rip this motherfucker into pieces. Look, I know that, you know, just seeing this, it's not that crazy because it's like he's just beating up a toy. But you gotta think, you know, at least if his parents are doing it the way that it's intended to, he's supposed to be led to believe that this elf is a sentient being. You know what I mean? Like, in his mind, he thinks that this elf is live and like moves at night. It is like a real thing. And he's fucking killing it like with his bare hands because the dude fucked with the pad. I mean, that is psychotic. That first of all, it's psychotic as shit. Second of all, it's badass as fuck, and I respect the hell out of it. I mean, Jesus Christ, he doesn't play about the shit, and I got nothing but respect for it. Now, do I think that the elf deserved to get his? I'm assuming his head is about to get ripped the fuck off. Does he deserve that? Probably not. Actually, no. Yeah. No, he kind of does. You know, because it's like that's like a $200 iPad. Or I don't know the price of iPads, but I know they're like pretty expensive, and I know his little bitch ass is like $22.13. You know, like it's that's a cheap elf. So like realistically, this $20 elf breaks your $200 iPad. I'd say ripping his head off is like the least you can do. But like the fact that that's the first thing he went to is just beating his ass senseless. You know, I don't know what I would do in this moment. This is probably why I'm not a parent. You know, because I personally would have no idea what to do in this situation like this. Because it's like, not only did the first thing my child do is choose violence, he went further than just a few lashings. He's actively murdering this motherfucker over an iPad, you know? And so it's like, clearly I fucked up somewhere. I fucked up multiple times, right? Because this kid values his iPad enough to kill somebody over it, and he's killing something, you know? So it's like, there's definitely got to be multiple fuck-ups on my end, and I don't know what I would do here. I think I would, I think I'd just let him do it. I think I'd just leave. I'd let him do what he's doing and just walk away. That being said, though, f that elf. He definitely deserves it. It's just a wallpaper, bro. Chill. Like, yeah. What the fuck? What kind of comment is that? That has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about here. But like, dude, he's like 4, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is a wallpaper. He can't tell. Like, what kind of comment is that? Yo, dude, relax, bro. It's not even real. Like, that's the whole point, you jackass.
Bro, we need to delete 20 games.
But I want to play.
Ridiculous.
I'm not gonna play no game.
Yes, but I'm deleting 20 of them.
Dude, I'm gonna assume that literally everything this kid has on this iPad is games. He's got 7 pages. Look at the bottom. You can see he's got 7 pages of games. There's room for 30 games on each page. That's 200 games. I mean, she's talking about deleting 20. I would delete 100. He's got that's 210 actually. 210 games on his iPad. Like, how do you even play 210 games? I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, Jesus, man.
What is this?
What the fuck? Look, I'm not gonna make any assumptions. We haven't seen the gameplay yet, but I do gotta say, the name of that game was Freaky Stan. Again, I'm not gonna judge a book by its cover. Maybe the game's really good, really well made, not freaky at all. It just happens to have a And maybe it means freaky like scary, you know, and I'm just too brain rotted. Maybe so, you know, but I'm just gonna assume by this first frame that we're paused on. Jesus Christ.
This is a boring girl game.
Okay, look, it doesn't look horrible.
You have two people on
Oh God.
No. You have to press
Waste. Oh Jesus Christ.
that. Yes.
I don't even. What the f do I even say to that? I promise you, this kid is not like above the age of 5. Like this kid, what the fuck? I mean, there's honestly a lot to unpack here, just a lot. Like, you know, first things first, the elephant in the room. Really, bro? A game called Freaky Stan, where the first thing you do is make this girl twerk, and it's like clearly packaged and like advertised to kids. Like this is very clearly a kid game. You almost can't blame actually not almost, you just can't blame the kid for downloading and playing this game because it's made for him, you know? Why? What sick bastard was like, yeah, let me make a game called Freaky Stan. I mean, dude, it's just psychopaths. What the f are we doing? Like, I mean, like, serious question. Is there even money in this? You know, because immediately whenever I see some sick shit like this, some shit that is just clearly fucking predatory as hell, my mind immediately goes to greed, right? Oh, there's just a ton of money to be made with games like this. But it's like, is there really? Is there a ton of money to be made from these freaky ass games that like can't be made from just making an actual good game? I mean, it's not like there's in-app purchases. I mean, I'm sure there is, like, to remove ads or whatever, but it's not like you're buying currency in this bullshit little game, you know? So it's like, and also, I mean, unless, of course, you leave your card on the iPad, which I would assume you wouldn't do, how would they get money? How would that conversation even go? Hey, mom, can I buy some freaky bucks on Freaky Stan? Like, no? Like, like absolutely not. You can't buy freaky bucks. No, actually, you can delete that game right the out. You know, so it's like, is there money to be made here, or are people just like gross and just want to make freaky games for kids? Because like that just seems like the only, I mean, because it exists, you know, so there's got to be a reason for it. Is it the money incentive that, you know, couldn't be gathered from another game somehow, or is it just the fact that you want to make this? I just don't get it. I really don't. But, you know, like if there's anything to learn from here, I'm going to end this. I don't want to keep talking about this shit. We're just going to end the video. If there's anything to learn, for the love of God, do not let an iPad raise your kid. I would say don't give your kid a device pretty much at all until they're like, shit, I'd say like 10. I'd say like 10 is a safe age, you know? But like before that, let's just say don't. Yeah, no, that's kind of just the moral of the story. Hey guys, iPads, they're not good parents. And you clearly aren't either, but I promise you, you're better than the iPad. Just take over, okay? Just please. Because Christ, you don't want your kid playing Freaky Stan. Hey, hi, how's it going? Some of the most insufferable people on the entire planet are the people who base their entire personality around this idea that they are better than everyone younger than them. You know what I mean? Like the type of people who start a conversation with, oh man, youngins these days. Fuck this current generation. Back in my day, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Those types of people. Now, those types of people exist within every single generation. I've seen plenty of people that are Gen Z who are constantly talking about Gen Alpha and how they are cooked. Millennials, same thing, right? They talk about Gen Z and how they're cooked, which I mean, to be fair, we probably are. But my point is that this trope exists within every single generation, but it seems like it exists at a higher amount within every generation above millennials. Every single one of them, Gen X, boomers, I feel like they specifically have a lot of people who just cannot stop talking about younger people. And again, I think it's one of the most obnoxious personality types, is this just incessant need to, you know, talk down on younger people because, I don't know, the way that they're growing up or grew up is slightly different from yours. Like that's, I mean, when you really boil it down, that's the entire argument. It's like, oh, you had different shit than me. I'm better. It's stupid. I hate the argument entirely. It honestly, the people who act that way are very, very similar to the people whose entire personality is the fact that they peaked in high school. You know what I mean? Like the people who peaked in high school constantly talk about the good old days, the golden days when they were in high school and they were the shit. Like it's f***ing cringe. It's a terrible personality trait to have. And I almost think that the other people that I'm talking about, the people who just constantly talk down on younger people, I think they're a little worse, to be honest, because it almost seems like their entire point is that they peaked not in high school, but in their childhood. They talk so highly about their childhood and nothing else that it's like, damn, dude, did you really f***ing peak at 14? Like, is that what you're telling me right now? You're over 40 and you peaked at 14. What the f*** have you been doing for the past 30 years? Right, like that's just the way that I think about it, because that's really what it seems like. Now, today's topic is obviously somebody who acts that way, but this is one of those rare topics where the entire reason I'm talking about this guy is because he keeps showing up on my personal feed. Like, this is not an idea I got because like he blew up or people are really, you know, talking shit on him or you know, a topic that I got from another YouTuber. Like this is one of those topics where I just happen to continuously stumble upon the dude to the point where I'm kind of forced. I have to make this video because this dude has just infected my feed and it's my fault. It's because I hate watch every video. But like at the same time, I can't really blame myself because it's kind of easy to just sit and hate watch this guy because almost everything he says is ridiculous. So the person we're talking about today is a man by the name of Cringe Shenanigans. Now, Mr. Cringe is, my favorite, a skit creator. He makes skits. You know, he's also made a few videos where it's really just him talking about shit. But for the most part, he is a skit creator. But his bit, the thing that sets him apart from all these other skit creators, is that instead of acting like children, he does almost the polar opposite, where he just talks shit about them all the fucking time in a very self-righteous, I am better kind of way. And I gotta say, it's almost worse. It's not worse. Let me be very clear. It is not worse than the people who act like children, but it's almost there. I mean, shit, they might be head to head. It's literally two sides of the same coin. They're both terrible. They're just completely opposite. But whatever, okay, enough yapping. I'm just gonna show you an example so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. All right, so you can kind of tell. I'll let the rest of this video play out because it kind of ends in a pretty funny way, but you can tell exactly what kind of content this guy makes, just based entirely off of the caption here. He just makes shit up. That's kind of just what he does. He invents in his head like a scenario in which an older person would be better than a younger person, and then just acts it out. I love the description of this video. It says, "Tell me I'm wrong. Cringe. Mr. Shenanigans, you are wrong. You asked me to tell you, I'm telling you, man to man, you're definitely wrong." That's not to say that like nobody in Gen Z cools down their food this way. I'm sure some people do. I'm also sure people in Gen X cool their food down that way. I also am 100% sure that nobody other than you on this entire planet gives a singular about the way people cool their food down. I mean, like, what? Literally, what is the point of this video? I don't even understand, like, how you can come up with a video like this. Like, how in your own head about younger people do you have to be? I just imagine the anger in this guy's head. He's like, oh, these f***ing kids. Ugh, man, I bet they cool their food down weird. It's like, what the dude? Get a f***ing life, brother. I mean, respectfully, get a job or something. What the f*** is the thought process to come up with some shit like this? And not only that, he angrily thought this up. He's like, damn, Gen Z and the way they cool food down. And then he was like, Eureka, I should make a video about this. I should set up a camera and act like a f***ing idiot and just make up a problem that doesn't actually exist. It's like, brother, you're no better than anybody younger than you. I gotta say, you're no better. You understand that you're doing a very Gen Z thing, which is actively trying to blow up on Instagram. You get that, right? You get that you're spending your entire day doing the same shit that like 90% of Gen Z does, which is making short form content, making little TikToks. Like, you're no better. I mean, dude, you are literally the type to make fun of a younger person for making TikToks, and you're actively doing it. That's a very Gen Z thing of you to do, I gotta say. I don't know, dude. Seems like we're in the same fucking boat, but I don't know. I guess I cool my food down like a retard, so what do I know? Yeah, it keeps going, yeah. And then, yeah. So, you know, there's a lot I could say about the way that that video ends, but I think the top comment on this video honestly kind of does my job for me. I don't have to say shit, I just have to read this comment because it's perfect. Did you enjoy setting up your phone and sucking on a bottle like a baby? I mean, it really does sum it up perfectly. It's a perfect question to ask. I find it hilarious that this dude, again, invented this problem because this is not like a well-known thing. This isn't provable in any way. This is just something that he came up with. He's like, damn, I bet younger people cool their food down like pussies. And then he legitimately took the time out of his day to set the camera up and make the video. And not only that, he like prepped an entire set for each one. I mean, notice how on the Gen X, first of all, he's dressed differently, which makes sense, but also just the way the table's set up is different. He's got the Tony Chachere's, which, hey, I respect. That's some good shit. And Tabasco, two manly spices, two manly spicy things that he puts on his food. Hate to point this out, but there's not a goddamn drop of Tabasco on that mac and cheese, but whatever. Okay, whatever. I mean, I understand the point that you were getting at. I just don't think you did it very well. Anyways, and then the way he sets up the Gen Z one is he puts grape jelly on a plate with the grape jelly bottle there, as well as one of those gas station apple juices with a collectible little character on top. Brother, how old do you think Gen Z is? I mean, legitimate question, because I don't know if you even know what you're talking about. I'm not saying nobody in Gen Z enjoys a little apple juice here and there. You know, maybe they do. Maybe they do purchase these. I don't know. I don't speak for the entire generation, but I will say that that's like primarily for children. And I mean, I can definitely speak for myself. Brother, I'm 20. I'm a 20-year-old man. I'm definitely Gen Z. I don't think I've ever had one of these fucking apple juices. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't think I ever have. Like, it's just, it's a weird point to make, you know, because again, this is like a children's item. Gen Z's like, you know, a little older than that, man. So I just, you know, maybe the dude's fucking senile. He's losing track of years. I don't know. I've got no idea. I do gotta say though, that just like the idea of everything here is very funny to me. He's making fun of younger people and acting as if he's better, while simultaneously inventing problems and also doing the same shit that he's making fun of Gen Z for. You know, like, I mean, the dude propped his phone up and is making a TikTok, as well as just making himself look like a fucking idiot. Like, dude, hey, that's very Gen Z of you, bro. Good shit, man. Anyways, children is not the only thing that this guy talks about. He also typically talks about the parents of Gen Z kids, right? 2025 parents or new gen parents, which I do think is a very good point to bring up, right? Because I do think that new gen parents kind of suck at their job. But the way this guy brings up the point, the way that he explains these new gen parents is just fucking stupid. It's the same idea as like this video where he just invents a problem that 100,000% does not happen, and then commits to it as if it is 100% something that happens. And it's the most like pointless bullshit too. Like this video.
What you hollering for? You out of soap? Let me see that. Boy, do you think money grows on trees? You can use this here soap for another month.
I think you kind of already understand exactly where this video is gonna go. And I think that explains exactly how fucking stupid of an idea this is. Like, when has this ever been a problem? This makes me feel like this happened in his childhood, where he complained about his soap that is very much still fine. He complained that it's worn out, and like this is how his father reacted, right? Because like that, I mean, that to me is the only thing that makes sense. Is like this, he has a personal experience where this in his mind was a really good idea to bring up, because bro, like again, this doesn't happen. Like, I mean, we're just making shit up. I don't get it.
Now hurry up and get out of here. Get me a Schlitz out of the refrigerator. Idiot.
That's so badass.
Your soap is wore out. Let me see. Oh, yes. Whenever the words start to fade a little bit, it's wore out and it's no more good. There's probably all kind of stuff growing on there. I'll go get you a...
Again, dude, he will just invent a problem that absolutely does not happen and ride with it as if it 100% happens on a daily basis. Like, dude, this has not happened once. I mean, this conversation that you are inventing this is the first time that those words have ever been said. I mean, what point are you even trying to make here? Like, I mean, of course, I get that the point of it is that, like, oh, 2025 parents just pamper their kids. They don't f***ing do this shit. What the f*** are we talking? I'll agree with you on that point, but this is a horrible way to show it. When the words start to wear out, the soap is no longer good. Nobody f***ing thinks that, dude. Nobody. Brother, you're fighting demons right now. Like, you're literally fighting ghosts in your own head. You think that making these videos is like an attack on Gen Z and Gen Z parents because this is the way they act. But bro, your attack f***ing missed because they're over here. You're shooting over here. They've never been over here. They've never done any of the f***ing things you're saying. Like, you are literally, it's you against you, brother. All of your problems and all the issues you have with younger generations are literally things that you have invented and then chosen to get mad at. Like, you are mad at yourself, bro. This is your fault. This guy's having like schizophrenic battles with himself. I mean, what are we doing?
Fresh one. How's your cinnamon lavender loofah brush? Is it okay? Does it still have lots of loofah left in it? All right, I'll go get you another one of those too. And you can wash your feelings.
Wash your feelings.
Wow, Cruz, that was an extremely tough way to end the video. You guys see how he replayed that last line and slowed it down just to really drill it in, like how good of a line that was? So you can wash your feelings? You know, because like younger people, you know, like Gen Z and Gen Alpha and their feelings or whatever. You know, I mean, you get it, right? Like just how they have like feelings and shit. That they don't like hide and keep in for the rest of their lives until they get a wife that they can beat. You know, right? Like that thing that Gen Z and younger people do. Wow, Cruz, that was, I mean, man, like what a line. That shit is, that was tough. That was extremely tough. And the slowdown was definitely needed because you gotta drill that last bit in. Like, dude, what a massive nothing burger. I mean, like this video, dude, you accomplished absolutely nothing in making this video. I mean, I still don't even really understand what your point was. Again, you know, I gotta reiterate the fact that you were just kind of making shit up. You're inventing problems that don't actually exist in any way at all. This has never happened. And I understand that your point is like, oh, you know, again, Gen Z parents like pamper their kids or whatever. But like, dude, you're pushing it to a level that just is stupid. Like, I mean, and it's actually so stupid that I feel like it invalidates your point. You've pushed it way too far to the point where like, bro, you look like a dumbass. This is no longer even an okay point that's at all understandable. You look stupid.
Growing up, had a bunch of presents under the Christmas tree. When I was bad, my daddy would take one of them presents. He would throw it in the fire and burn it. Told me Santa Claus told him to do it.
Okay, dude, look, this point doesn't matter, actually at all, but it's just something that I keep realizing, so I kind of have to say something about it. Dude, this guy constantly forces a boomer Southern accent. I mean, you can tell that this is not the way he actually says shit, because there's plenty of videos of him just speaking, and he doesn't say it like that. It's like he's forcing an accent to try to make himself sound like tough, or I don't even really understand the point of it. Like there, instead of fire, he said like fur. I mean, like he really forced that one. That is a good example. He said fur. I mean, dude, if that's how you talk, then fine. But like the fact that you're forcing it is corny, dude. Like just whatever. Again, the point doesn't matter.
I'm 53 years old and just now finding out that them presents was empty. Brilliant. When I'm good, I get more presents put under the Christmas tree. And when I'm bad, so I don't get the Bobo feelings, I get more presents put under the Christmas tree. So it don't really matter.
Okay, so, again, this video is a grand example of him just making shit up that doesn't happen because he, in his own head, thinks it does. So all of a sudden, that's just how it works, right? So he says when he was bad, his father would burn his presents, but they were fake presents just to teach him a lesson, which I gotta say, I think that's a good idea. I gotta agree with him on this one. I kind of do think that is a good idea. It probably would set you straight if you think that your presents just got burnt. And I also don't even think that that would be that crazy of a thing to do. He's almost framing that as if like, damn, parents these days would never. They wouldn't even think about this because this is insane and bizarre. It's like, dude, no, it's not. Like, it's actually just kind of a good idea. Like, what the f are you talking about? So the way that he's framing this is already pretty fucking stupid. Because again, I don't really think that that's that crazy. I don't think anybody is saying that as like abusive or like some super crazy punishment. But then the next point that he makes, you know, with the Gen Z kid talking about how like he gets more presents for being good and then even more presents for being bad. I mean, dude, you're just like making shit up. You're inventing things to be mad at right now. That doesn't fucking happen. And maybe it does, right? Maybe in some households, that's how they're raising their kid. Who fucking cares? I mean, you're acting as if this is like the norm or like the typical way that kids these days are being raised. No, it's fucking not, dude. No, it is absolutely not. And honestly, the fact that you think that just shows like how often you go outside. Clearly it's fucking never, dude. I would go as far as to say that this guy probably only talks to like maybe 3 people total, and they're all his age, you know, because like he's got absolutely no clue what he's talking about, but he's so confident about it. It makes me think that he's probably in some echo chamber with a bunch of equally old idiots that think that this is just how the world functions, because it's not. This is just not things that happen. But anyways, he said something in this video that I think is a pretty good point to bring up. He said, and keep in mind that this is like his, almost like his catchphrase. He says this a lot. He said, Bobo feelings. He said something like, so that the Gen Z kid doesn't get Bobo feelings. Now that is a phrase that he's just kind of invented. And at first when he was saying this phrase, yeah, he didn't give any kind of explanation as to what the f he's talking about. He just started saying it. I don't even think he knows what he's talking about, so he needs like a fake little word to throw at shit so that it like, it's almost like a free out. He doesn't have to explain himself. He can just throw this bullshit at it and it works. But eventually he did make a video where he explained what the term Bobo feelings means. And it's pretty much just as stupid as you think it is.
A lot of y'all's been asking me what the Bobo feelings are when I'm describing how youngsters in today's world is feeling on the inside. I went ahead and wrote down a definition on this here piece of cypress. Bobo feelings. It's a youngin's tragic emotional meltdown.
Tragic.
Caused by literally anything that is not instant gratification and is fully supported and enabled by 20-25 parents. I'm not joking, I wrote it down.
So I gotta say, I don't think that is like that outlandish. You know, the definition of the word, that is definitely a real thing. Children do act like that. Some of them, again, like he is acting as if this is some definitive thing, and it's like all Gen Z kids or Gen Alpha kids act this way. It's not. I mean, it's honestly, it's probably a minority of the kids. You just see it more often because when shit like this happens, it tends to get posted online. So that's just what you see. But again, like the real world exists, man. But whatever. Okay, I think that this is an all right definition. It's a emotional breakdown caused by anything that isn't instant gratification. I do think that happens. I do. But again, this is another example where he is right. He's so close to being right and making an actual good point, and then he just drives it off the deep end, and it makes him look like an idiot. Because the way he uses this word that is honestly got a pretty solid definition is idiotic. He just throws it at everything. Like, things that don't even fit this definition he made, he just throws it at. And again, like, it feels like a throwaway thing. It feels like something he puts in the video so that he doesn't have to explain himself, so that he doesn't have to make sense. He can just, again, throw a meaningless word at it, and then all of a sudden, point proven, you know, like, that's the way he's treating this shit, and it's stupid. I mean, even with the last video, you know, talking about the Christmas presents, even the way that he used it there was stupid. He said that when Gen Z kids are being bad, their parents give them more presents so that they don't get the bobo feelings. Brother, you just described this bobo feelings as a tragic meltdown that happens when they don't get instant gratification. I feel like Christmas presents are the perfect example of delayed gratification. That's like the whole point of Christmas, is that the entire month you have to wait and be good to get these presents. So by your definition, wouldn't the entire holiday give these spoiled little kids the bobo feelings? Well, I mean, would it not, right? Because I'm just basing it off of what you said. Like, I mean, dude, again, he's so close. He's so close to making one solid point, and then he just fumbles. I mean, he just eats shit. It's like he's right there at the finish line and then he just flops over. I have to force myself to understand what you're trying to get at with these videos. You know, like I have to be as open-minded as possible and honestly disregard like half the things you say just to understand why you made the videos. Like, you are that bad at getting your point across. I have to almost ignore you and just imagine what your actual intentions were. And listen, I will say that that's not every single video he posts. This dude posts like probably 2 or 3 times a day, which, you know, there can definitely be something said about how he makes fun of younger people, but he's doing, again, a very Gen Z thing, which is posting to TikTok daily. But whatever, okay? Like, I think I've already made that point. We can just skip past that. But he posts a lot of videos, and now I would say 80% of them are like the ones that you've already seen, where they're just pure stupidity, talking about younger people. But the other 20% are either videos of food for some reason, and also videos where he just says things, like he just explains shit. It's not a skit. It's not like, you know, it's not even really about Gen Z or Gen Z parents or any of this stupid shit. It's more just about life and the way that the world works. And I will say that a few of those videos, I agree with him wholehearted. Like, he actually made a video that included 5 parenting tips so that you don't end up with a kid like how he's describing that has the bobo feelings. And now, yes, the way he framed the video is stupid because this shit is fake. I will say that the tips he gave were actually pretty solid. There were things that I wholeheartedly agreed with, but they were also like surface level. He said shit like, hey, don't give them instant gratification. Like, yeah, dude. Again, very surface level. I feel like everybody kind of knows that. I mean, of course, they still do it, but they know the entire time that they shouldn't be doing that. So it's not groundbreaking shit, okay? That's not my point. My point is not that he's, you know, breaking the norm and giving some crazy tips. My point is to just say that he's not wrong about everything, and that's almost the problem. Dude, he's right about a lot of shit until it comes to his main content. Until it comes to the videos that he makes the most of, in which it's just pure idiocy. Like, dude, how do you do that? Like, how are you right about all this other shit, but then the thing that you actually care about and spend the most time on, you are just so painfully wrong about? I mean, it kind of pisses me off, I'm gonna be honest, because it's like I expect this level of accuracy, and then I scroll on to, you know, a video that it seems like he put a lot of time into, and it's something like this shit, where he's just inventing a problem to be mad at, and it makes no sense at all. I just don't get it. I really don't.
We grew up with hose water. Hot, metallic, spider webbing.
Badass, dude.
And delicious. We drink pH balanced, gluten-free cloud mist water. What's cloud mist water?
I mean, like, dude, I don't even have to say anything about this. I've already said everything that needs to be said. What the are we talking about here? What is even your point? This is the same shit of like the Gen X cooling their food versus Gen Z. Like, dude, who on this entire planet gives a single fuck? Like, what are you, dude? Again, like, I gotta think about his mindset when it comes to this shit. Like, how angry of a person do you have to be where you're just constantly mauling about this idea of younger people? Man, I grew up on hose water. I bet they grew up on cloud water. Like, what is your point? Oh, I bet Gen Z cools their food down like idiots. Like, dude, you're literally pissing yourself off. You're fucking psychotic, dude. And look, I understand that he's being overly dramatic on purpose. Like he's making this whole pH balanced, gluten-free cloud water or whatever. It's clearly an exaggeration. I'm not even really talking about that. I'm more or less talking about the fact that he thinks Gen Z kids didn't drink hose water. Like, dude, who cares? Why even think about this shit? There are much more pressing matters, brother. This is retarded. This is stupid. This is a waste of your fucking time. Grew up with hose water, stares into ring light. Yeah, dude, again, like just literally the fact that he is making fun of Gen Z and all the things they do. It seems like he's very against just everything, every facet of a Gen Z kid's life. But he's also actively trying his best to blow up on Instagram. I mean, it's almost like a oxymoron, dude. It's like you're doing the same shit as every Gen Z kid ever. You own a pink Stanley, bro. Yeah, like I think that's pretty funny too. It's like, I get the point you're trying to make, but bro, for you to make this point that doesn't even matter, you literally went out and purchased a pink Stanley cup. You are now the proud owner of a pink Stanley cup that you bought for a video that is a fucking nothing burger. It's something that literally, dude, the point that you're trying to make means nothing. Love how this was just an excuse for him to buy a pink Stanley cup. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of seeming like it. It honestly, you know what? The more that I look at it, it seems like he just really wanted that cup. So he's like, hey, how do I make this purchase and also look like I didn't want this cup? Oh, I know. Let me just make fun of the people who typically do buy this cup. Gen Z kids. Let me make it into a fucking idiotic skit about how they don't drink hose water. Yeah, sure, dude. No, it's a really good point to make. You're right. We do just drink gluten-free cloud water. That is the best of the best. We're pampered to the max, and we do drink it out of our pink Stanley cups. You are right, Mr. Shenanigans. Caught us red-handed. Man, I mean, whatever. I mean, at this point, it's just, I could keep talking about this, but I'm not gonna say anything new. It's literally the same point over and over again. Like this, it's just stupid. He's just making shit up. He is literally his own worst enemy. He's inventing things to be mad at. Like, dude, get a life. Go get a job. Dude, I mean, go get a hobby. Shouldn't you be woodworking or something? Isn't that a very Gen X thing to do, is to get into woodworking? Go do that. Since you care so much about your image as a Gen X person, go fucking do woodworking. Quit making yourself mad about shit that doesn't happen. Like, you're wasting your own time, dude.
If I had to choose between people and coffee, well, I'm sure we're gonna miss y'all.
Yeah, no, I think it's an absolutely perfect one to end it on. Yeah, hey, dude, tough video. I gotta say, man, you look so cool right now. Oh my God. I mean, you just look like a fucking badass. You picked coffee over people? Fuck, dude. How tough of you, bro. I can't believe that you just made that video. I wouldn't even think of that. Man, how incredibly Gen X of you, bro. That's fucking sick. I wish I was as old and as bitter as you. That would be so cool. Yeah, no, this guy's a clown, dude. Genuinely, I don't think he made a single good point in any of these videos. And listen, I did cherry pick a few videos, right? Like the one of him explaining what the Bobo feelings is. But other than that, pretty much every single video is just like a random one that I clicked on. I just saw Gen Z in the text, clicked on it because I knew it was gonna be stupid. So this isn't like his worst videos. This is just the ones I found. I'm sure he's made 1,000 other videos that are way worse than these. And that just shows how frequently this guy is talking about younger generations. This dude cannot stop talking about children. It's his favorite thing to do, is just, again, I know I've said this 1,000 times. I don't mean to keep bringing up the same point, but this is literally exactly what's happening. He's inventing something about younger generations that isn't even real, and then just choosing to get mad at that, and he's making videos about these fake problems that don't exist, all while doing things that I'm sure he makes fun of Gen Z for. Even just the idea of making skits and trying to blow up on Instagram, I'm sure he makes fun of Gen Z for. I mean, even owning this cup, I'm sure he makes fun of Gen Z kids for. Bro, you are in the same boat, dude. Like, at this point, I can only assume you're just bitter because you're old. The things you're mad at, you're actively participating in. That makes me believe that you don't actually care about the things you're talking about. You just care about who's doing them. You just don't like people that are younger than you, bro. And I gotta say, I think you need to grow up. I know you're like 55 or whatever you said. Believe it or not, maturity does not come with age. You can be 60 and still be an immature idiot. And this guy is pretty close to that. Grow up, dude. Anyways, that being said, sub to the channel, check out the socials, go watch the Slopcast. New episode every single Saturday. It's a great time. Fantastic content. Go watch it.